To be the best power in the airwaves, jingle the way we break it down the game. Wide body on the highway, we not in one lane, no nonsense. Logic with every topic. The talk too real, the party we not invited. Want the truth? FNS subscribe.
What's poppin'? Welcome back to the FNS podcast. This is a special episode. Trade deadline just ended. At 3 o'clock.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
New places and different new faces in different places.
Yeah.
All that other stuff.
A lot of we was talking about this a little bit off, and I want to ask you because Josh called this a couple times. He was saying it's like a month though. Mark Williams, wasn't it like a month you kept mentioning him? Mark Williams, about a month.
Yeah, I was like Mark Williams. He's one of those guys. Here's the thing: anybody that puts on a Charlotte Hornets jersey is going to fly under the radar.
Yeah.
Anybody that puts on a Charlotte Hornets jersey is going to fly under the radar. Unfortunately, it's not their fault, but Charlotte is not a winning franchise, and I can understand why nobody would take them seriously. I mean, look at PJ Washington. He's a Charlotte player. He got drafted to Charlotte.
Yeah.
And he's went over there and now he's on Dallas. He contributed to a team that made the finals.
PJ Washington is nice, but like you say with a franchise, it's all about I forgot who said that. No, I think it was Stephen. I don't want to say the wrong name, but said the same thing you said about these owners just treat the NBA as a side business.
Well,
they
yeah,
don't care about winning like that. You know what I'm saying? They just want to just be in the club type stuff. You know what I mean?
Anybody that can put two and two together can see that not every franchise is out to be a winning franchise. Some of these franchises, they just happy to win by accident. But outside of that, they just want to keep the doors open and have people buy tickets and purchase merchandise. And they fine with that. Yeah. And they fine with that. They are fine with that. And every now and then a team from one of those franchises can be put together and they can become I ain't gonna say a winning team, but entertaining team that could get some wins that can potentially make the playoffs. But outside of that, it's like for the most part, they're gonna consistently be one of the bottom feeders,
right,
in the league. Right. Now we talked about politics weighing in on this before. Just everybody or just in an in general sense, how politics plays into the game and whatnot. That could have something to do with some things, of course, but at the end of the day, it's like franchises need household names to get primetime television views and to get the favorable calls in certain games. It seems like this in the NBA. In order for, and Charlotte, they haven't had one of those guys in a while. Like I know they happy about, or I don't know if they are happy about him. I can't say this for sure, but having LaMelo Ball there, apparently for him to get number one All-Star votes.
I would say this because, for me personally, when it comes to Melo, it's not no knock. It's not no knock. You know what I'm saying? He's just not my cup of tea as a player. But the thing is, I'll be seeing what I can get for him. Personally, if I'm trying to win, LaMelo don't play winning. I'm serious trying to win a championship basketball. That's not what I get from him. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong, but I don't see that from him. I see a guy who just want to get his stats. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a guy who want to make everybody around him better.
You want to keep his 2K rating up.
Yeah, something. You know what I mean? But I don't see, I'm trying to win a championship and be one of the great ones.
Right.
I don't see that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong.
I mean, that's not far-fetched from being the truth. I mean, how many do? I mean, because Terry Rozier, like, when he said it himself when he got traded to Miami. Was it last year or something like last year or something? He was like, "Yeah, you just get used to losing over there, and you just, you know,
Oh yeah, he did say that. The show
it's
did, didn't he? Yeah.
no big deal, you know." And then like I've heard other players say stuff like, "Yeah, like y'all will be down 20, and the conversation on the sidelines be like, yo, where you want to go for dinner?" You know,
Yeah.
so that's part of the problem here.
Yeah.
But you know,
I mean, so let's go ahead and tackle. You want to hit the big joints first?
um, we can start with the big ones. You know, the ones that demand the most attention.
So do you think this Butler moved the needle for the Warriors?
No,
I sure don't. I'm like,
no, I don't.
was
I don't.
and he signed the extension too?
Yeah, I mean, apparently, you know, Kevin Durant not wanting to go back to the Warriors messed all this up, from what I heard.
He not wrong for that though. The
Kevin,
way they treated him.
yeah, Kevin Durant not wanting to go back to the Warriors messed up where Jimmy Butler was going to go, because Jimmy Butler was supposed to be going to Phoenix.
Yeah,
But
but what was the point of him going to finish if Durant wasn't going to be there?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Phoenix, they it's not like they was a Jimmy Butler away from, say they was to keep those teams intact. It's not like they was Jimmy Butler away to me. Like,
No, I mean Jimmy Butler is fine. I don't listen. I'm not listen. Jimmy Butler didn't get to the finals by accident. You know what I'm saying? He nice
right.
and all, but I don't think he's a guy. The reason why they didn't win is due to he got there, but his limitations also could be a reason why they didn't win as well, because he's not no deadly scorer. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Hart gets you so far, and they got him
Yeah.
far. But I
Yeah.
mean,
The thing about Jimmy Butler, his individual skill sets, man, the main thing that I see is that he's not a he's not afraid of the big games,
yeah,
playing in big games, and he plays fairly smart all the time. But he just doesn't have the game that can be consistently reliable. But in this day and age, he can get away with, you know, just the lack of, versus his personal attributes, his personal abilities, because he gets to the free throw line a lot.
I mean, he cold at that. Like the thing is, you know, with Jimmy Butler, to me, it's like he he's an amazing third option in my opinion.
See, when I look at Jimmy Butler, he should be wanting to go to one of those teams that essentially is lacking his skill set that can potentially take them to another level. Not just going to a team where he's just bringing this to just stay in the same spot.
Yeah.
Because the Warriors are going to be, if they make it. This is still a if they make it team to me.
I
This is
don't see
still
that happening.
like this is a if they make it team. The Warriors are a playing team if they make that.
Look here, they from the reports. I know you've seen it just like I was. They talking about they desperate for. I don't know. But my whole thing is this: why was they targeting Kevin Durant in the first place?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I mean,
why?
well, you know, sometimes folks be feeling like, you know, they trying to what's the phrase that they use, rekindle an old flame.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
know,
It's just the way they. I didn't know like the fences. I didn't know that when they did that they new arena, when they did the tribute video to the Warriors winning championships and all that, they didn't include Durant. Why wouldn't you do that? Like he wasn't pivotal to y'all winning the title. Like
He's the reason why y'all won 2 and 3 more.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that? And then, the little shot, even though I guess he said it tongue in cheek, the owner, he not there no more, but he said, "Oh, you joined us, blah 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 blah." It seemed like Kevin Durant he was like the butt of the joke all the time there. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to go back there either. Like, man, screw y'all. Oh, now y'all want me back now?
Right.
No.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, they probably felt like they have leverage because they took in Durant somewhere that he's never been before or after the time he put on the Golden State Warriors.
They took him there, or he already went to the finals before?
No, what I'm saying is to actually hoist the trophy up.
Yeah, see, this is the problem I have with that analogy. He been to the finals with the Thunder. Now,
Right.
he didn't win it. If he would have stayed, I feel like they would have went back to the finals eventually. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's not like he didn't need y'all to go to the finals.
You heard what Chris Broussard said, did you?
Where he felt like he would never have got one without joining the Warriors?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that. Listen, it's hard to get to the finals. Did the Thunder commit a choke job? Yes, they did. But I felt like they could have won one still. Just because you lost in the finals before, that don't mean you can't win one. How many times Brian lose in the finals?
Well, see, the thing is with them, I can, like, when you think about all the factors that went into play during that time before he left, I can see that being the truth for Kevin Durant's case, that he wouldn't have won a championship. He would have went down in history like a Allen Iverson or Charles Barkley, because that team, like, the first time that they went to the finals, the one time that Oklahoma City team went to the finals, for some reason, general managers like to do this crap. But getting to the finals after never being there before, and you don't win, they take that as okay, well, we need to strip some of this off instead of just because people need to remember that finals team had Defensive Player of the Year Serge Ibaka, Jeff Green, which is we see how much he contributes. Everybody know about James Harden after Oklahoma City. And Kendrick Perkins was on that team too.
He said he was a leader.
Which is, looking back on it now, is that hard to believe?
No, I'm just saying, like, he said him and Nick Collison was a leader. You know what I'm saying?
Look, and looking back on it, is that hard to believe? Like when you got, because Kevin Durant, his problem for a long time is he don't speak up. Like, I don't know, like, all of that shade, it seemed like he was throwing that Russell Westbrook's way. Yeah, having him take all the blame for things, and then people like, yeah, you need to pass the ball to Kevin Durant and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you ain't saying nothing.
Right.
You need to speak up.
I agree.
Because if that's truly what it is, you need to speak up. Because as far as I know, whenever I look out there on the floor, Russell Westbrook ain't never had an issue being a dog on the floor.
Well, like, I think you said this, like, you'd rather deal with the problems Russell Westbrook have than these lazy dudes.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like, you just gotta coach the guy, but I'd rather you give me 100% every time. I can work with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because, turning somebody down is a problem that I'd rather have than trying to turn somebody up. Because, like, if you have to turn somebody up, that's almost like asking the question, well, do you even really want to do this? Like,
yeah.
Is this something that you really want to do? Like, what are you in this for? Because if I got to ask you those kind of questions, then you can go play for Charlotte.
No, you're right. No, I agree. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I don't have an issue with Russell Westbrook. Does he make bonehead plays sometimes? Yep. But I'd rather deal with you going 100. I'd rather have to coach you in them final moments like, hey, relax. Just hold on.
Right.
I know you wanna, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I'd
Mm-hmm.
rather have a dog on a chain ready to attack the intruder and me calm the dog down than the dog just don't even do nothing. It just look,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, hey, chill. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I mean, I don't get that. I mean, I know what they were saying is pretty much Bradley Beal held all this up for the most part, messed up everything because he wouldn't waive his no trade. He's still there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
They
mean,
couldn't get him
that
up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that whole team is still together. Like they not nothing over there really changed outside of Youssef going
to
to
Charlotte.
yeah, to Charlotte.
Which I'd be mad if I was him, like, dog, for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I'm not
I,
surprised though, because after Charlotte gave up both of their centers this year in trades alone, they be like, "Yep, but we got to get," because it kind of seems like Charlotte is a team that just exists to supply other teams with some things that they may need.
they be having talent too. That's the thing. They be having some decent talent over there. It's like, dog, just coach. Like, I don't know. It's weird that they got that pot of talent, but they don't do nothing.
They can't do nothing with it.
I don't understand, like, because it ain't like these dudes be trash. You go look at Charlotte, like, man, these dudes kind of all right. They got him over. They got this guy. They got him. Oh, he'll do some. You know what I mean? Why can't y'all do it there?
Right. Yeah. They I don't know, man. It's a weird situation with them because they really do seem like they just getting players ready to go to another place.
Because these dudes be kind of all right, man. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's like y'all couldn't
Well,
do this over here.
that's what I'm saying. Like it was rumored once upon a time that the Lakers was trying to go get Miles Bridges, but Miles Bridges expressed openly that he wanted to stay in Charlotte. Why? I don't know. I mean, maybe because I can see somebody look. Life is good in Charlotte. Ain't no pressure at all. You just go out there, you just play, and you come home, come to your nice house, drive your nice cars. You can afford the best restaurants in town, and you just have no pressure. You just have no pressure. And I don't know if if it's his way of saying I refuse to play the NBA political game, or is this or is this him just being really content with like life being good?
Sounds very similar to what Kmart was saying because he sounded a little upset about KJ getting traded again. He like dog. But I mean, I like him in Detroit though. He kind of fit the mold over here.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
what
him
I
over
was
here.
gonna say. I was gonna say he does potentially fit. Was going like, he said he a little undersized, right? How big is
KJ? He Kmart was 6'9" allegedly, but KJ I think around 6'6".
6'6"? Okay,
6'6".
so if
I'm
he's
being generous. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I mean? And he played with
right,
small forward. It's weird because when you look at him play, he plays similar to his pops in the sense. It's weird. It's like he could. It's I don't know. He needs to figure out what his go-to thing is gonna be.
okay, because he is. I mean, like I
He
see.
not whack to me. I just
Right. I was kind of hoping that he was going to be somebody that can take minutes away from Isaiah Stewart.
at center.
Isaiah Stewart ain't no 7-footer. Like
Isaiah
he's like
Stewart a
six.
big dude.
But how, and he's good at doing what?
Doing what he's doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Sitting on the bench.
Nah, I mean, listen, Isaiah Stewart at this point, like I see what he's there for. At this point, I see what he's there for. He kind of turned the team up. You know what I'm saying? I would like him to be able to score down low or something, or stop some people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what you own. We
He does
need
that
you to
every once in
like
a
this
blue
is the
moon.
thing. If Isaiah Stewart, I liked when he flashed Detroit up in my man's face when he walked off the court. I respect. Like, okay, so you wearing Detroit with pride. I like no. You want to be here. You wearing this with pride. Okay, so let's improve this game. Since you want to be here, let's at least give you a couple post moves, and let's you already strong. Let's get that core right so you can stop some people down low along with this aggression, and then that'll go even better. You know what I'm saying? So he only 23. I didn't know he was that young either.
Yeah,
So he
I
can
mean,
improve.
but the thing is, he needs to the one good thing that I'll say about him as far as what he can do as far as putting points on the board is he's not a terrible free throw shooter. Like he's a good enough free throw shooter.
I hear you. He needs to post move, bro. Nah, forget all
He
that.
needs something.
I need to be able to throw it down to you, and you do something. You know what I'm saying? And on defense, if you can't stop somebody like on some like at least be able to time blocks or time something. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the aggression. I like the you stirring up stuff. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Because it creates some sort of a culture and no joke attitude. When you come here, it's gonna be tense and uncomfortable for you. I'm cool with that. This is not supposed to be friendly when you touch down over here. No handshaking and none of that. It's supposed to get to it. So I mean, I like that he bring that, and it seems to help with everybody else because everybody else be turning up a little bit. Duren and them, they be a. That's why I'm glad we rejected that trade. I didn't even know. I'm like, hey man, I'd have been pissed off. Like I'd have been pissed if I seen Duren in LA. No, because that's the guy you mentioned too.
That's it, but because teams like to do that. Teams like to start to advertise players that they ain't really interested in keeping around before trade deadline, just so they can be like, look, man, see him, look at him. You see what we can get. Like, you guys get him and you give us him, we got deal.
No, I'm glad we didn't give up Duren. We need Duren, bro. No,
because like if Duren would have went to LA, I like Mark Williams. But Duren,
he's a real center.
They both real centers, but Duren is just better than him right now.
Duren is official. I like Duren. He athletic. You know what I'm saying? All he, it's not now. He don't got he got work with his post game, but still, you know what I'm saying?
Like, neither one of them is we gonna dump it down to them and let them go to work kind of guys. Neither one of them is those guys. Both of those guys are more legit traditional centers. We gonna defend the paint. We're going to rebound the ball, second chance points, catch lobs.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't. And I like the Pistons, that Schroeder move was a pretty decent pickup, in my opinion. I'm like, he could score.
Well, I had to have that cleared up because I had read it wrong at first. I had thought that the Pistons had got all of those players. No, that was the Heat. I'm sorry. I'm getting the trades mixed up. Mm-hmm. But yeah. I mean, it's like I said, I think it's just a 1-year rental just to accommodate Ivy not being there.
I mean, he scores better than Ivy, so you know what I mean? Like, to be truthful. So
you think he's
score?
I mean,
Dennis Schroeder scores better than Ivy. Ivy still can't. He not really.
Yeah,
but he's not as athletic.
But does Schroeder impact the game like how Ivy did? Because Ivy be having them times where he just like take over the game and he's Ivy like the unstoppable force.
I like Ivy. You know right. I think I would keep Schroeder to come off the bench when Ivy comes back. I wouldn't get rid of him. I keep him better. Schroeder's better
I don't
when he can ball.
I don't know, man, because what does that mean for Sasser?
He come off the bench too.
Is Sasser a point guard or is he a 2 guard?
Mixed between both. I mean, because the thing is, I'm not so quick to just get rid of. Like, we can make this happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, Sasser is not a starter. He's not a starter right now to me.
I mean, you see what Cleveland can do with 2 small guys on the court.
You know what I mean? Because you still want, in order to win, you got to have depth on your bench. I don't know why these players think that everybody can't start. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't start. You know what I mean? You can still make a good living coming off the bench and still average a nice amount of minutes and still impact the game.
All right, so let's go down the list on this tracker that I got. Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm trying to see
And
if it's up to date because it's Bleacher Report.
yeah. This one I had made sure that I had clicked on it, and I had looked for this after the trade deadline was up, so all the moves should be listed here. So we just gonna go down the list here. First one, Marcus Smart traded to the Wizards.
Okay. I asked for a buyout.
Grizzlies, yeah. Grizzlies agreed to trade Marcus Smart and the 2025 first round pick to the Washington Wizards. Wizards will receive 2 second-round picks. I mean, okay, who cares? You know,
I asked for a buyout, brother.
Marcus Smart, like Marcus Smart, he probably could this be him being like, if he does get balled out, could you see him making a return to Boston?
Damn, do they need him?
Well, let's see here. They got Drew Holiday,
He wouldn't get
Peyton
no burn.
Pritchard, Derek White.
He wouldn't get no burn. He not taking minutes from Peyton Pritchard. He's not better than Peyton Pritchard.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to think of a scenario where he would actually get on the floor.
He not. I mean, they don't need him, bro. They don't need him. They don't need him. You know what I'm saying?
No. Well, for him, like going to a place like
LA might sign him for the low if he can get out of there. You know what I'm saying? He can.
The Lakers.
Yeah. Why not? Come off the bench. They need all that. Listen.
Well, my thing is, what kind of energy is he on?
Who, Marcus Smart?
Yeah, that's my question. Like, what is his mindset when he goes out onto the floor? Is he trying to be like, I'm the sixth man type of guy? Because if he's on that energy, they don't need that. Not from him. Yeah, not from him.
Who's the sixth man?
The sixth man over there would have to be it would have to be, because now you got Mark Williams, you got Bron James, you got Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and I would start Vanderbilt with that just so I can have some offense coming off the bench, have Rui come off the bench.
I mean, Marcus Smart not a scorer, so I mean,
well, I mean, but but like, is he gonna, because he doesn't play like he doesn't know he's not a scorer.
How long he been in the league? What does your numbers look like? What's your percentage like? You don't know that you're not a scorer yet?
That's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't carry himself like he, because he be like, you be seeing that like they be they drew plays up for him to take game winning shots.
I mean, if he clutch, he clutch. But I don't think he is like that.
So. He ain't clutch. He ain't clutch.
Just because you hit a couple, like, I mean, I don't mean you. Look, Marcus Smart. Look, he could go somewhere. I mean, I listen. He might stay. Chris Middleton over there. I'm surprised he not asked for a buyout. I ain't heard buyout from him yet. But we can go down the list. We get to him.
Okay. All right.
So, because Marcus Smart, buyout. That's my opinion. We can do it like
that's
this.
what you should do it.
You know, Raptors.
Yeah. Raptors get James Wiseman.
That's cold-blooded, Indiana. That's cold-blooded, dog.
So
cold for that.
Well, but, I mean, like it's not like
it. Now, to be honest, if they get healthy and Wiseman recover, they kind of got an eye squad.
Well, I mean, Wiseman going anywhere doesn't scare me right now, just because it's still all potential with him. Like he needs to like show it.
They got a long. That's
somewhere.
A tall. You got Ingram over there, which I don't like that, but Ingram there. You got your boy Scotty Barnes over there. If Wiseman actually,
and you still got RJ Barrett, you got
that's not no easy win if everybody healthy.
You got what's my man's name that you Emmanuel Quickly.
That's not no easy win if everybody healthy. That's not no easy win, dog.
It shouldn't be.
If everybody
shouldn't
healthy,
be.
That should not be. You should not be able to walk in Toronto and be like, yeah, you about to. No, they should be with all them healthy. They should be in
Right.
the playoffs.
I hear what you're saying, but they need to show that. And this is a situation where Ivy would literally be the X factor for them.
Dog.
Because Ivy is the one that has when it comes to being an offensive scoring threat, he's the one that has the highest ceiling of anybody over there.
The Ivy?
Not Ivy. I'm sorry, Wiseman.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like so quickly, R.J. Barrett,
Brandon
Ingram, what's the dude's name?
Scotty
Barnes, Wiseman. Dog, there's no way with that talent. There's absolutely no way y'all should be some 500 stuff. You should not be on no five. Y'all too long. Y'all too young. Y'all too, nah. I don't accept that, and I'm not even a Raptors fan. But
they don't.
There's no way y'all should be getting cooked on any night.
They need a more competent coach, because the coach that they got right now, I think he's a young foreign European dude. You know, you heard him probably in one of those coaching rants where he was talking about how Scotty Barnes don't be getting no calls or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and not to say that dude can't coach. It's just that you see how young he looks.
And now, to be fair, Byron Scott was a young coach.
Yes, this is true. But Byron Scott been in the United States.
JJ Redick, give him his credit. He a young coach. He doing his thing.
Yeah, but these are guys that been in the US.
How old was Black when he came over here?
Who?
Black. Remember he got
David Black. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Black. Now he wasn't bad. Like they was in the finals.
Fired at all.
Well, it's kind of like one of those things. The assistant head coach probably got more of an understanding of the other team than the head coach.
Yeah,
that was what that was. I mean, which is look, Black's coaching style and that team, it made Timothy Mozgov look valuable.
Mozgov wasn't trash.
I'm not saying that he wasn't trash, but it made him look valuable. It made him look valuable. Look, and look, I'm not saying that his coaching style wouldn't have worked at all, but it's kind of like, yes, they did. Yes, they did. Bron carried him to the finals just like he carried all the other rookie coaches to the finals.
Either way it goes, they was in the finals.
Well, we need to stop saying stuff like that because whenever we say stuff like that, it's like we giving even credit to anybody that wears that hat, and we not understanding. And we not understanding. No, what I'm saying is, on every team, no matter who it is, there's levels of weight carrying that is different for every team. There's levels of weight carrying that are different for every team. Not saying that coaching is not valuable.
So people felt that same way about Spoelstra, you know. They felt that same way about Spoelstra, and look at Spoelstra now.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have proved that until certain folks got off the team.
Right. So Black didn't even have a chance to do that. Because Spoelstra was getting hit with that same stuff you were saying. Spoelstra was getting hit with the same thing.
And is it not reasonable to question that? Is it not reasonable?
You gotta give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not
1
saying,
year is not enough.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, Black had what he was there for 2 years. He was there with them for 2.
He wasn't there that long, dog. Like
because he coached them the first time that they went to the finals, and then I think it was the following season when they was having one of those rough patches.
You should have some cushion. No, you should have some cushion. If you've been to the or if you had some success as a coach, you should be able to have some cushion to be able to work things out, dog.
Yeah, but me and you both know it's not the same level of difficulty coaching when you got LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love versus when you dealing with what
Man,
Chauncey dealing with.
sometimes you gotta assert certain situations. Like, look, dude, I'm the coach, you the player.
I'm not
I'm the
saying
coach, you're the player. You know what I'm
right,
saying? It's just that simple.
but you're right. But also when you do that, it's like you also need to understand you need them.
Yes,
You need them. You need them more than they
we
need
both.
you.
No, we both. Because
No, that's a
if I
lie.
leave,
That's a lie in
nah,
itself.
if I leave you to your,
You need them when you are a rookie head coach coming into a team that's got certified all-stars players on it. You need them more than they need
if
you.
LeBron, if that's the case, LeBron should have all 9 championships.
I'm not saying that,
If that's
like
the
I
case, he
said,
should have 9 championships. Every
no,
decision he make is not correct.
no, no,
Every
no,
otherwise
no.
you will
I'm
be
not saying
undefeated.
that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the head coach doesn't have any level of importance even on those teams. But what I'm saying is every team you go to, it's not the same when you're talking about how valuable the coach is versus how valuable the players. It fluctuates with each different
Let me
team.
ask you this question, because the Michael Jordan, Kobe Nolan, Jordan did not win until he got in that triangle offense.
Correct.
He was doing his thing before he got into that triangle offense.
Correct.
9 years of not winning until he got in that triangle offense.
Correct.
So is that not a factor of coaching?
Yes, that is a factor of coaching. David
They
Blatt
need
ain't
each
got
other.
nothing.
They
Yes,
need each other, dog.
Right. They do need each other, but not every coach is the same. David Blatt didn't have nothing like that he brought to the table.
But that's fine, but you got to give him a chance to develop. Eric Spoelstra had a chance to develop.
The point is, when you go to the finals, the next year, you're supposed to look like you getting better. And they wasn't looking like they was getting better. They was looking like they was getting worse.
Did Phil Jackson ever get fired for not going to the finals the next year?
What you mean? The first time he put the coaching hat on, he went to the finals 3 times straight.
Did he get fired with a rough patch? The Spurs never won back-to-back finals.
Rough patch.
They never won back-to-back finals.
His rough patch, but you never looked at the Spurs and said they look like they get worse. Did you? Did you ever look at the Spurs and say they look like they get worse?
Did they never not have a bad streak throughout the season where they going on a losing streak or anything? Every team have rough patches.
How bad was a losing streak for the Spurs?
Maybe like 3, 4, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
3 or 4 games, no big deal.
You already know how people is. You lose 3 games in a row, mad questions. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you. It's different when you lose in like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It's different. It's different.
You can't just fire every coach.
No, I'm not saying
you can't just because.
Are you listening to what I'm saying
I'm
here,
exactly
or are
what
you
you're saying?
No,
I'm
you
exactly
taking my words and you putting some kind of formula in your head and be like, he's saying this. That is not what I'm saying.
So did Black deserve to be fired or not? He was successful. He didn't have a losing season. Did he deserve to be fired? He had 2 winning seasons. If you say he played 2 years, winning seasons going to the playoffs.
But did it turn out to be a smart decision?
What do you mean?
Did it turn out to be a smart decision to let him go?
To bring in Tyronn Lue?
Yes.
It looked to be that way. But does that mean Black's a bad coach?
No, it doesn't mean that Black's a bad coach. But as a franchise, this is one of the tough decisions that you got to make.
Thing or a foreign thing?
It's not neither one.
Because you mentioned the foreign thing.
No, what I said was, okay, so as far as the foreign point, he did not have no experience coaching in the NBA.
So you got to get it.
Yes, he does have to get it. But like how you always say, JJ Redick shouldn't have gotten this team with those players. Should he have gotten that team with those players?
They both in the same boat. I'm sticking by what I say. No, he shouldn't have. He should have worked his way up. But
exactly.
Right now,
so that's what David Blatt should have did. He should have worked his way up. He shouldn't have been giving LeBron James on his introduction to the NBA. I don't care how much he won over there, because at that point in time, playing in the NBA and playing overseas was the world was so much better over here than it was over there.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, look, I'm gonna say this as a coach. Brian is Brian. That's fine. It has to be a pecking order to the situation. Everybody says about how Brian, all this, that, and the third. There should never be a time where your player is taking the playbook and drawing up plays ever. Never.
Why not? I don't see no issue with that.
There is.
I don't see no issue with that, because that shows your trust in the players. Because if you got the confidence in your players where you can give them the play to where they can draw something up based on what they see when they actually on the court, that tells you that they got a high IQ and they understand the game.
That's fine. What are you here for? You're not about to undermine me either.
When has it ever been done to Popovich where it undermined Popovich? Because he let Tim Duncan draw up the plays. He let Manu Ginobili.
He let. There was no give me the keyboard or give me the clipboard and I'm just gonna do what I do.
Well, I never said that. What I said is, when you as a head coach allow your other players to draw up plays, that shows confidence in them and trust in them. And you also learn that your players got a high IQ to know basketball, to what's going to work when it's out there on the court.
Do coaches not get did dirty?
Yeah, they get did dirty.
But
do players get did dirty too?
Everybody get did dirty. But all I'm saying is,
okay, so I'm not singling out.
No
what
matter
I'm saying
he
is,
got did dirty.
Every single case needs to be treated individually. It's not the same everywhere. Okay, the head coach look, me and you are both not Joe Mazzulla guys, right? Is that fair?
I'm not. Yeah.
We're not Joe Mazzulla guys. But he got a handful of high spades over there for this league. So is it really that hard to be like, okay, look, you go in, you go in?
This the thing. This the thing, right?
Because me and you both know Ime Udoka got did dirty.
Well, and look what Ime Udoka doing. He redeeming all that. So I mean,
right.
he cold.
Okay, so where's where's Blatt at? Blatt could have got another job somewhere else.
He could have, but he didn't. I mean, I don't know what jobs was open at the market. I don't know. Because I got to dial back on that situation. So
a coach that went to the finals should have been highly sought after.
He should.
If you really felt that he was that cold of a coach, or was it the players carrying him to the finals? Was it like some other coaches in the past? Because every single player that we hear about don't got no respect for George Karl.
Is that the same case for Sonics players? I just want to know. I don't know. Because George Karl, didn't he go to the finals with Sean Kemp and them? Wasn't he the coach?
Listen, like I said.
I'm asking the question, was he the – it's not like, listen. Dog, like.
The glove would have still been the glove without George Karl.
I'm not saying
Sean Kemp would have still been Sean Kemp without George Karl.
I'm not saying that that's not the case, but so just hire rookie coaches then. Go ahead. Since coaches ain't about nothing, just hire them.
That's not what I said. That is not what I said. You know that's where you try to twist my words to try to make it seem like I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Eric Spoelstra means a lot because.
And how many losing seasons did he have with Miami? And he still had to trust.
He had no losing seasons with Miami. His rookie season head coaching for Miami was with LeBron and all of them.
Them bad
he
stretches,
had no losing.
What was that year when Wade and them? Wait a minute. No.
When Wade was battling injuries and Bosh was battling injuries, those bad stretches.
Did he get booted? Did he get the boot? No. Because
what was a bad stretch for them? What was a bad stretch for them?
Did they go to the playoffs?
What was a bad stretch for them?
Oh, not going to the playoffs is bad. No.
Well, when all your players is hurt, you got a valid reason.
Right, but some of these organizations will fire a coach still.
But okay,
we just seen Mike Brown get booted after. There's no excuse to boot him. No excuse.
Listen, look. If you was going to look, if we was to go by this season alone, as far as Mike Brown, not saying that I'm in agreement with what they did. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here.
Right.
Okay.
You're making an argument for this nonsense.
Listen, no. What I'm saying is, look, did the Kings look like they got worse, or did they get better since he won the Coach of the Year? Did they look like they was getting worse, or did they look like they was getting better?
They was playing at a steady pace, dog. But
they wasn't playing at no steady pace. They was losing more games than they played.
So what they about to do now then? What they about to do now then? Because they got two dudes you really don't rock with like that. So we about to see how cold Doug Christie really is with Zach LaVine, DeRozan. Right. We finna see. You know, because even though you said that they still traded Fox.
Right, yes.
Fox is in the Spurs now.
Right, yes. This is true. But what I'm saying is, as the owner of a franchise, when you got a head coach under you and you seeing that the team is getting worse instead of getting better, you're going to start having conversations, be like, yo, what's going on? How come we doing this? Like, I'm not seeing, I need to see some changes here.
So Mike Brown he couldn't work out that rough patch they had? So just get him up out of here.
Well, when did he get fired? Because like
he got fired early in the year. Like it was
right, yeah, it was early in the year.
It was after a little streak. You know what I'm
saying? And I'm not. I brought this up to compare the two, to compare Mike Brown to David Blatt. Okay, Mike Brown took on a team that was not looked at as being one of the top threats in the West or in the NBA at all, and he coached them up to being a top 3 team. So he showed his personal value as a head coach. Then during his rough patch, they decided to let him go. Not something that I would have did, but that's what they decided to do. But in comparison to David Blatt had nothing on his resume that warranted buy this dude some time, give him more time.
So let me ask you a question.
Why nothing on his resume.
Why did they hire him in the first place?
That's the same question I had. That's the same question everybody had. That's the same, because this is like, hey, look, anybody want this job, put in your application. That's pretty much what that was. See, how long has Cleveland showed themselves to be clown organization?
They're looking pretty good right now.
Right now, but
they are.
Right, but before this, this is yes, it's been a long time. So there had to be some changes made in the office. Because this is, well, actually, I don't know. Is it because JB Bickerstaff, did he deserve to get fired?
No, I don't agree. And I'm glad we got him. So, I mean, hey.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not with Mike Tomlin. Like Mike Tomlin. Did he go? I mean, don't he have rough patches?
And let's go with man, now thought just left my head now.
But what I'm saying, Mike Tomlin, he be having rough patches sometimes. He don't get booted.
Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season since he put on the head coaching hat.
But I'm saying there's been times he missed the playoffs,
So Mike Tomlin has the resume to show that he knows how to do this and he can work through any rough patch. Mike Brown has the resume to show that he can get through any rough patch. David Blatt doesn't have the resume to show that he can get through any rough patch.
Y'all see this? He ain't feeling David Blatt, even though he wasn't getting.
No, what I'm saying is David Blatt did not show anything special that warranted him being given a longer term of opportunity.
Listen, it's just hard for me to accept the fact that you go to the finals and get clipped and get fired. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me.
Okay, well let's since you brought up football, Mark Sanchez was a starting quarterback for the New York Jets for what was it? The 4 years that they made it to the AFC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
But he never won the AFC Championship game. Mm-hmm. Should he still be a starting quarterback in the NFL right now?
It depends what squad, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? It depends what squad you go on.
So he's not cold no more?
If you have no quarterback.
He's not cold no more?
No.
He not cold no more? Because if he went to the AFC Championship, then he should be cold everywhere else if we just going to put the same success to labels and just be like, okay, look, this guy, he was on this
Is that?
team.
Let me ask you.
I mean,
Is that
you
is
know
that not
that
a resume? You
is
know
it
how
a
hard it is? It's hard to win in football. You know this. So if you go to the AFC Championship
but this is where
four times,
but this is where anybody that pays attention, because this is where not all wins and all losses are the same and not all accolades are the same. When I look and I dissect your 4 AFC championships, I can look at your team in Mark Sanchez's case. I can look at that team and I can say, okay, this was a defensive team first, and then they offense was a running offense, not a passing offense. So that means his responsibility was just don't mess it up. That was all his responsibility was. Just don't mess it up. Right. Just don't mess it up. Don't make and anything extra you give us, that's collateral for us. But for now, look, we got the best defense in football.
You said you don't like the game always just being relied on the quarterback to win.
No, I don't.
Defense plays a part in this.
No, I don't.
Everything.
No, I don't. But when you want to try to compare one quarterback to another, and you want to try to say, well, he's been to the AFC Championship 4 times, that makes him better than this quarterback over here.
Is Mark Sanchez trash to you?
Yes. Absolute trash. Absolute trash. Absolute trash. How you feeling about Jared Goff right now? How you feeling about him right now?
Why would you say some low blow stuff like that? That's some low blow. That's a low blow.
It's not no low blow.
About Trevor Lawrence and the Jags.
We can talk about
them. Nothing about that.
I can use them as an example.
People saying he should be on a trading block. So
I look, and I ain't gonna disagree or argue with them. I'm gonna sit here and say, look, he hasn't shown enough.
I'm gonna say this. You already know I told you already I wasn't feeling Matthew Stafford getting traded like that.
Right. That was some OG stuff. They was looking out for him. They was looking out for him.
I'm like, Stafford is cold.
Right.
But he went to the Super Bowl before. Wasn't like he was
right.
But you say he was carried by the running back.
Well, yeah, he was carried. Same exact situation. Defense first, because younger Aaron Donald single-handedly giving Tom Brady the hardest time ever.
Do I like Goff better than Stafford? No.
Nobody should.
I don't.
Nobody
you know
should.
What I'm saying? So does that irritate me, the fact that Stafford's with the Rams and we got if he would just waited a little longer, you know what I'm saying? We would have had Stafford with this. You know what I mean?
Well, they did to look out for him because it was looking like he was on the back end, like last days of his career, and they didn't want his last days of his career to be wasted on a team that's rebuilding.
That's fine. I'm happy he got the bowl, but I'm just saying he could have got that with us. If we'd have had Stafford, if he would have still been with us, with this what we got, oh man.
Well, you got to think about what they got in return when they traded, because it was more than just Jared Goff that they got in return. They got first round picks and everything. And both of those picks turned into key players for the team right now.
No,
like I think one of those picks turned into Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think the other pick turned into
wasn't Hutchinson, was it?
No. It wasn't Hutchinson. It turned into somebody else. I want to say Sam Laporta.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm not mad if they filled in options for Goff. I'm not mad at that. If they I'm not mad at that at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I'm just using that. I'm just using that as an example that just because you were on a successful team doesn't mean that you contributed the same as when you were compared to another successful team. That's why you got to treat every case individually. So when you try to say things like, "Oh, he was the head coach of a championship or finals team," that doesn't mean that he cold. Braun was out there carrying him. Kyrie, Kevin, they was out there carrying this guy. They was out there carrying. And I'm not saying that Black is a bad coach, but he didn't prove that he was a good enough coach that warranted him to be able to stay and work out the rough patch.
Okay, so before we go to the next trade, would you say Steve Kerr was carried?
Absolutely. See, okay, so it's funny because you can use Steve Kerr and Phil Jackson and compare them to. And hear me out. The pieces was already in place for the Bulls. Phil Jackson just came in and said, "Look, we need to do this instead of what y'all was doing last year. We do this, and then y'all gonna be."
Isn't that coaching?
Yes, that is coaching. But here's the thing: Steve Kerr, Mark Jackson got fired over some bogus stuff.
We
right?
already know that was personal stuff.
Right. Some bogus stuff. That team was on their way up. He had them coming up. They was gonna come regardless with Mark Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Kerr comes in, changes the system a little bit, and all right. And then they take off like a rocket. The difference between Steve Kerr and Phil Jackson is this. After that first batch of players got changed around,
mm-hmm.
Phil Jackson took another batch of players, did the same thing, and was like, look, I ain't no one-trick pony. I ain't no one-trick. Steve Kerr has yet to prove that he's not a one-trick pony.
I'm going to say this about Phil Jackson. My only issue with Phil Jackson is this. You had two of the same exact style dudes. The exact same style dudes. Jordan and Kobe's the same dude, man. They the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough because Melo wanted him to come down and coach. He never did. You know what I'm saying? Melo wanted to play up in that triangle. Well, I understand with New York. So
yeah,
we haven't seen Phil Jackson without a Michael Jordan-esque kind of dude. That's my only knock with him.
Right. But
you can say that about Pop too.
Pop without a Tim Duncan?
Yeah. You say that about Pop too.
Well, I mean, he got Wemby now. I mean, I'm not comparing Wemby to Duncan, but Wemby is the next best thing since sliced bread.
Is he gonna be Duncan to you?
No, you gonna be comparing apples to oranges because Wemby looks like he's going to be a great. I mean, he already flashes greatness now, so he's going to be his own version of a great player. He's just not going to be the.
Is he going to be
the big fundamental post down low? I got give it to you however you want it, no matter who you put on me kind of guy.
At the end of his career, is he going to be sitting at the table with Duncan? So I want to know.
I don't know. I don't do that. Players, they got to show what they going to be or not.
All right, so let's go back down this list here. We talked about Wiseman. They did him kind of cold, but it's business. I don't know who Jake LaVaria is. Do you know who that is? I
have no idea.
Right, so
but I mean, I would say this. Let me see. What did they give up?
The Memphis Grizzlies reportedly agreed to trade
Kobe Jones and Alex Lynn. So players that this is a reserve player. So this sounds like this was motivated to probably get rid of a veteran contract with Alex Lynn.
Okay.
That's what it looks like to me.
Kevin Porter to the Bucks. What's up?
I'm just happy Kevin Porter is back in the league because when he was on Cleveland before he got booted out the league.
Mm-hmm.
No, he wasn't on Cleveland. He was on Houston. When he was on Houston before he got booted out of the league, I was a Kevin Porter Jr. fan, but he had some hot-headish off the court issues that he was dealing with. Yeah, so the fact that he's back into the league to me says he probably done matured up and he still got game. So I'm just happy to see him back in the league.
We talked about Butler to the Warriors. Let's see. Cody Zeller to the Rockets.
I guess that's for depth. A backup to Sengun. Because I don't know who their backup center was.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where Steven Adams was?
Yeah.
That's where Steven Adams was?
Yeah. So the Lakers was interested in him, but I don't think they didn't acquire him. Isn't he hurt?
Steven Adams?
Hurt? Yeah.
I don't know, man, but I mean, Adams, he seems like he's on his last days anyway.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Bogdanovich trade to the Clippers.
This is to me the Hawks.
They traded Terrence Mann and Bones Highland for him. Is that a little too much?
I did not see that earlier.
The Clippers acquired Bogdan Bogdanovic and 3 second-round picks from Atlanta Hawks in exchange for Terrence Mann and Bones Highland.
I like that for Atlanta. I
What
like
about the
this for
Clippers,
Atlanta.
though? Is that a lopsided deal?
For the Clippers, this looks like we want another vet player because Bogdanovich, he ain't no young dude. Like he already 30.
He all right though.
Yeah, he is. But like, how impactful is he gonna be for this team? Like, this is the guy that's going to give Norman Powell a rest, I guess.
Yeah.
He's gonna come off the bench, probably be on some 6-man type stuff. So I mean, like, both teams theoretically won this trade. Both teams theoretically won this trade because getting Terrence Mann, remember how he was acting up
Terrence
a
Mann
couple
nice.
years ago, right? But he just had everybody in front of him that was like, okay, we ain't gonna focus on you. And then Bones Highland, I feel like he got potential. He just ain't got the opportunity.
Yeah, you mentioned him a few times. You know what I mean? Bones Highland. Let's see. DeAndre Hunter to the Cavs.
I'm surprised about this one. I did not see this one coming, but I was surprised about this one.
Oh, they traded Karis LeVert, George Niang. I don't want to say nothing wrong. 3 second-round picks and a pair of pick swaps. So I'm not surprised Karis LeVert got traded. I'm not surprised.
They wasn't, but like now, DeAndre Hunter in Cleveland, dog. Like that's another wing defender right there. That's another wing defender. So Cleveland's setting themselves up for the playoffs.
No, Cleveland, come on, you already know they contending.
They're contending. I don't know if they're contending. I don't.
Oh, they're contender. You're not about to. So, I guess so. Facing Cleveland in the playoffs is an easy win, huh? We just gonna walk through them, huh?
No. What I'm saying, when I hear contender, I feel like this is a team. When you put that label on a team, it's like you're saying they can win the championship. I don't think Cleveland can win the championship with this. Like they'll definitely be better, but I still think they lose a series against Boston.
They got to match up for us to find that out.
They got to match up. You're right. They got to match up for us to find that out. But I'm still not like I'm still on. You're gonna have them 2 short dudes out there on the floor, and they're gonna have either Holiday, Jaylen Brown, or Jason Tatum, who are all 3 defenders, and they all taller than both of your dudes. So it's like, and you ain't got Bickerstaff over there coaching that grittiness. You got Kenny Atkinson over here.
You said my man's was good, Atkinson.
He's taking over a team that had a hand. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, look, he has to show. I mean, because the one thing that I didn't like, Kenny Atkinson got did dirty in Brooklyn. Because when they first got Kyrie and Kevin Durant on that original Brooklyn Nets team that had all them players, I think Kenny Atkinson was the head coach of that team.
I don't remember exactly. I can't even lie.
Kenny Atkinson was the head coach of that team, and then
they all conspired to get the coach fired.
Yeah, because that's when they was like, "Yeah, we don't need no head coach. We can do our own philosophy type stuff." No, yeah, that stuff. And we see how that worked.
Okay.
We see exactly how that worked.
I mean,
but like this right here, like Atlanta getting Karis LeVert, if he get the minutes, which is I'm sure he will, but Atlanta got some young players that's contributing. Like I was watching them the other night in that game against who was that they played the other night? Detroit.
Shouldn't Trae Young? Shouldn't Trae still want to leave?
Trae Young?
Yes.
I don't know, man. Trae Young.
I'm just saying.
Trae Young seems like a loyal dude, and he wants to try to win with them. I mean, and it's not like that Atlanta team isn't on the right trajectory. Like they going up. If those young players keep on developing the way they developing, Atlanta's just gonna keep going up. They're gonna be the Eastern Conference version of like an Oklahoma City Thunder.
Hopefully, because I want to see him win. But I mean,
now I'm surprised they didn't move Clint Capella.
I mean,
because I would have been trying to move Clint Capella and let Okongwu start.
Yeah, they probably didn't get no good offers for him
because probably because his contract.
Yeah, I mean, they probably didn't get no good offers. It's like Bill or something. Like I'm not saying his contract is bad as Bill, but Bill, I mean, nobody messing with that contract.
Not at all.
We already talked about Nurkic to the Suns. Patrick Baldwin Jr.
Nurkic to the Hornets.
Yeah, I mean, my bad. I'm looking at the Suns jersey. That's my fault. But
no, you good.
Patrick Baldwin traded to Spurs from the Bucks.
I don't know about this dude.
Okay, so we gonna slide past him. Davion Mitchell traded to the Heat.
He fits the Heat culture.
Yeah,
he fits the Heat culture because he's a scrappy, real defense defender, but he's just a little undersized.
Dang, Rich. Oh man. Dang. Jared Butler trade to Sixers. Reggie Jackson trade to the Wizards. Buyout, Reggie Jackson. Buyout.
I mean,
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of these things I didn't hear about neither.
Reggie Jackson traded to the Wiz. It's not like you're in a better situation with Philly, but I'm just saying, like, come back home. Come back to Detroit.
Nah, I wouldn't want Reggie. I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't want Reggie. Reggie's time is,
time to go overseas.
Yeah, it's time to go overseas. It's time to go overseas because I mean, like, even on a vet team, even on a team that's like, let's say, contending, he's not getting minutes. He was just on the Nuggets, and they was like, "Nah, we good."
Time to go overseas, man.
It's probably time for him to go overseas and go ahead and see what he can do over there because, his time just really might be done, man. It
might be,
and it's not like he's the coldest thing since sliced bread anyway. So it's like the NBA, or go to the big three,
Yeah, I mean,
you could probably light it up in the big league, in the big three.
Yeah, he'll turn up there. We talked about Mark Williams to the Lakers, Brandon Ingram to the Raptors. We kind of touched on that a little bit.
They strapped with a lot of little guns.
They should not next year. This year's a wash. This year's a wash.
Is it
next year? Yeah, it's a wash.
Let me see. I need to see where they at because, like, some of these moves is like potentially we can get back into the picture here. So looking at it as it stands, all it takes is them going on a winning streak and they'll be in playing teams.
They third from last.
Yeah, but look, they got 16 wins. The number 10 seed in the play-in got 22 wins. So they're only 6 games behind 10th place. And we a little over the halfway point in the season.
Well, Chicago should drop for sure.
Yeah, Chicago should drop. Embiid's supposed to be back now, so it's like, okay,
I don't trust him at all. Brooklyn should definitely. Well, I don't know.
See, but look at Atlanta. Trae Young right there. It's like we already know what Trae Young does, and it looks like Trae Young has turned into like a real point guard, like a full-time real point guard. Like he gonna look to set other folks up first, and then he gonna try to get his. Because I was watching him last night. He was past first.
I need to see a whole year of that, dog.
Yeah, I know, for real. Like, I mean, I'm not
a few games, dog.
No, but like, how else is them young players going to get better if they don't get the ball?
That's what I'm saying. I need to see a whole year of this. If he doing this for a year, then maybe my mind to switch. But like,
because look, check this out. Like let me see what Trae Young's numbers is because Trae Young been acting a fool. the whole year on some real point guard stuff, at least statistically. At least statistically, he been acting a whole kind of fool. Let me see something. Trae Young. Here we go, right here. Trae Young, averaging 23 points, but he's averaging 11 and a half assists. He's first in the league on that assist tip.
I respect it.
First in the league on that joint.
I respect it. I mean, hey, if you do this the whole year, I'm like, okay, Trae Young, all right.
Yeah, and those young players, like almost all of them, they like on that athletic stuff.
No, the Hawks, like I said they was a sleeper. I hear people say the Hawks, you don't want to run into them in the first round. That's a scary situation.
I'm not there yet, because last year I was saying that about the Pacers. I was like, yeah, the Pacers is that team, that dark horse team, right? This year, I'm not sure if I would consider Atlanta dark horse.
So you just 100% like, yeah, we about to walk through them if you facing them in the first round.
Depending,
or even a playing game. You just like, yeah, we about to cook these dudes.
Well, the playing game would be more dangerous than the series, because the playing game is one game.
Right.
So at that case, any team in the play-in could be scary. Right. But in a series, I'm looking at them like, because who would they play? Because if right now, like, they would have to
right now they have faced Boston.
I ain't worried. Boston, Cleveland, Indiana, that would be a good matchup. Indiana and Atlanta in the first round, that would be a good matchup. Trae Young versus Tyrese.
That's a coin flip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be a good matchup. That'll be a coin flip. Tyrese should be doing what he's doing with the assist numbers. That's what Tyrese should be doing. But
Tyrese is having a funny style year, so I mean,
yeah, he is. I mean, like, well, I mean,
which was big on him last year. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, well, but what did I preface my comments with? If he keeps going the way he's going, but when you isolate things to just what they doing in that 1 year, because he was the best point guard in the league last year, but right now, this year, on some real point guard stuff, Trae Young is fitting that bill more than anybody in this league.
Well, I mean, if that's what I mean, Trae Young doing his thing. He having one of his best years.
Right.
Unfortunately, the standings don't reflect that.
Well, I mean, like I said, they a young team, and now getting rid of DeAndre Hunter, I'm not a fan of that.
Would you be mad if he asked for trade?
Like,
would you be mad if Trae Young asked for trade? Would you be like, he tripping?
If I was like in Atlanta,
no, if
GM or something like that.
You personally, if Trae Young, if it came out in the summer that Trae Young asked for trade, would you be like, oh man, he tripping? Or would you be like, I understand?
I would question it, because you young enough to where you can survive another batch of young players getting better and then coming out and y'all acting a fool next year. But when I look at him, I'm like, okay, well, where would he go for a trade?
He can go to y'all.
I would love to have him in Orlando. I'll give a Franz Wagner. Paolo is the only real untouchable one on my roster. Mm-hmm. But I'll give a Franz Wagner. Straight up, I'll do them too. Swap. If you feel like you need another point guard, I'll give you Anthony Black, and then you give me one of them young dudes that can shoot it up in the corner and stuff like that. Give me one of them.
Yeah. Because I mean, I think he'd fit good with Paolo.
Yeah.
I think they'd work good together. Personally, you know what I'm saying? Especially
I'm
with
mad that we
distributing.
stayed. I mean, like I'm a little upset that we stayed quiet, but I'm not at the same time because with what we doing, with what we got, it's like, okay, let them just keep on
Y'all should
growing
climb
together.
back up. Y'all should
We
go back
should.
up.
We
You know what I'm
should.
saying? Y'all shouldn't have no problems. This is y'all got hurt.
Right.
Valanciunas to the Wizards. Buy out, dog. Buy out. Buy out.
No, he's traded to the Kings. He's
Uh-uh.
traded to the Kings from the Wizards.
Yeah, he traded to the Kings.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
I'm
traded to
tripping.
the Kings.
I did
So
already.
like,
All right.
so like, so like,
Hold on one
looking at
second, Josh.
that.
My fault.
Right.
Hold on. No,
You
what
gonna
happened
pause
was
it?
I accidentally put some creamer in one of mine, so I had to pour it out. That's why it's like that. Oh, did you already get one? Just give me a little more. Yeah, please. Yeah, no, just here. Take it right here.
Hey, Josh.
What's up?
Yeah, my bad, Joe. We lied. But yeah, so
I was gonna say you probably want to pause it.
no, I'm good. She asked me a question. But
It's all good.
Um
Going to the King.
I mean the Kings actually look. The Kings is the Eastern
That's why I
Conference
said
team. That's the Eastern Conference team.
well, that's what I was saying. Like they kind of on some like old school basketball stuff, kind of like how the Mavericks is, except the same question that you got for the Mavericks, you looking at them like, okay, who's point guard?
Trae Young can go there.
For real.
Dog, the Kings would be fine. Like if Trae Young was they don't see, but the thing is they had to give up. I don't know who they have to give up for that, but if Trae Young was to go there, they'd be cold. You don't think so?
I mean, the question is, who would you have to give up? Which is
That's the thing because they all they missing is a point guard for real.
right. And looking at them, it's like even if Trae Young does go there, how far do they get with the current roster as it stands?
You don't think they'll go far with Trae Young there?
Well, my thing is, and this is going to be my thing that I'm going to consistently fall back on when I'm talking about those players. I don't believe in DeRozan. I don't believe in Levine. Valanciunas don't be getting the ball enough, if you ask me. Had they would have gave Valanciunas the ball last year when he was on the Orleans, they would have beat the Lakers in that.
Well, to be fair, I say this. If you got Trae there, the Levine at the 2, the Rose will be at the 3, the Montage will be playing his original position of 4, right?
Yeah.
And Valanciunas,
that's what this looks like.
First of all, DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine shouldn't be arguing about nothing because Trae Young would be having that joint in the clutch. No?
No, I hear what you're saying. Well, I mean, see, because the Trae Young that we seen that went to the Eastern Conference Finals is a different version of the Trae Young that we seeing now.
Once you got it, you got it. That's what I'm saying. I got to see a whole year of him be on some distributed stuff. Because
right.
If he go left, Trae Young not passing the ball, bro.
Trae Young gonna be like, all right, look, y'all.
He not passing the rock, dog. Like if
clearly,
he go left, he not passing the rock.
Trae Young gonna be like, clearly y'all can't do this. Move out the way.
He not passing. Look. Would you rather have a guy like that who can do it, or a guy that's just like I gotta pass? Because the thing is, if you know he gonna be like, look, man, I got this. Y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you want a guy like that?
Yeah, I mean, like, so I like his approach to the game. You know, all right, I'm trying to get y'all. Look, y'all must be having an off night, cold night. Don't worry, just follow my lead.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody wants somebody like that.
Right. So
everybody. I mean, like, you know how many times Bron James had to do that in his career? Where he be like, "Look, y'all clearly ain't got it tonight. I'm gonna just go ahead and do it."
And Trae Young, low key, deadly on offense, man. So,
right.
All right. So the next one, you got Valanciunas again. So Daniel Theis trade to the Thunder from Pelicans. Is he getting any burn over there?
As it stands, yeah. I mean, this sounds like an insurance policy move because with Chet Holmgren being hurt like he was, he's supposed to be coming back now too. That I heard. I think he's supposed to be coming back Monday or something like that, Monday or Saturday.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like this is a move that says, okay, well now we got somebody else that can come in whenever these two dudes get hurt.
I like these. He all right. Let's see.
He a
Banks.
vet. That's the
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's
saying. Like he ain't gonna like screw nothing up. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Jaden Springer traded to the Rockets. Are you familiar with that, brother?
I have no idea.
All right, we're gonna go down off him. Kyle Kuzma traded to the Bucks. Chris Middleton traded to the Wizards. What you think about that? Because they got my man's who's back in the league. What's his name again? Porter Jr. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then Kuzma. Does that make them better?
A little bit.
Kuzma
a little
plays
bit.
well on good teams.
A little bit. Well, I mean, like my thing is, when is he gonna get the ball? Because Giannis has to have the ball for him to be effective. And then we know Dame gonna be trying to pull up from the logo with the whole logo Lillard stuff. So when is he gonna get the ball? And when he gets the ball, is he gonna be is pretty much is he gonna be better than a healthy Chris Middleton?
You say he in some instances, I can see someone saying he shoots better than him. I can see someone saying that. You know what I'm saying?
He shoots better than Chris Middleton?
No, I can see someone saying that. Because when Kyle Kuzma get hot, he hot, dog. When he hot, he hot.
I mean,
and Kyle Kuzma, he can play back to the basket a little bit. Chris Middleton can't. Kyle Kuzma can give you a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but but like, how pivotal was Chris Middleton in that finals run? You know, he was having moments where he was bugging, like he was just straight, like
he broke down now though.
Yeah, I mean, he all.
So,
tore up.
like, you know,
we never seen that from Kyle Kuzma though. We never seen Kyle Kuzma like go on the run and be like, "All right, y'all, I'm gonna make sure."
Well, Kyle Kuzma, if he catch fire, he is a problem.
And he weird.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, you know, whatever. Jimmy Butler's weird. Very weird. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, so
that's true.
Extremely weird. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Jimmy Butler got that brother beat. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Kyle Kuzma, he can catch a hot hand. I'm not saying, like, because Chris Middleton, what's Middleton's problem? This dude always hurt, dog. Always hurt. And he inconsistent, too. They both inconsistent. So just as easy as Chris Middleton can catch fire in the finals, Kyle Kuzma can catch fire in the finals. It's not like Chris Middleton was hot the whole finals.
No, but I'm just acknowledging his pivotal performances that helped them win games. Kind of like how I would acknowledge Jamal Murray's critical performances that helped the Nuggets win a whole lot of them games.
Would you trade Jamal Murray for Trae Young if you're the Nuggets?
Heck yeah. No hesitation. Wouldn't even think twice. That'll be kind of like the meme that I seen, right? Going back to the Luka and AD trade, right? The whole meme that I seen, somebody was like, Dallas being like, yeah, would you trade AD? And Lakers saying he's not available. And then Dallas replies for Luka, and then the Lakers saying AD will be in Dallas in the morning. He'll be in Dallas in the morning. It'll be one of those.
That trade was, you know, that trade feel like to me, man, you my man and all that. I'm just look out.
Who?
They was cool, them two, the agents. They're cool with each other.
Right, yeah. They that was on some other stuff. And
that trade makes no sense to me, personally, if I'm Dallas. Let me ask you a question. With Luka's problems, would you have traded him for AD, man? Would you?
First of all, with Luka, he got me as far as I got.
I'm not trading Luka, fam. Luka's a different type dude, man.
I would look, and I would have rather traded Kyrie
I would think he's the guy that's tradable over Luka. You know
Right,
I would think.
I'm still scratching my head at this one because this makes no sense. This makes no sense.
I see reports saying that trade to get my man fired. That's going to end up getting him fired.
Especially if they get like bounced in the first round. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? They get bounced in the first round. If they get bounced in the first, now given like it's not like they got a terrible return, but
go ahead.
But like their only chance of doing something with this is if they go old school basketball, which
they're built like that now.
But the thing is, the difference between those old school teams when they was actually dumping it down versus them. Those dudes back in the days, when you dumped it down to them, like they was official down low, like they actually got busy. They had things that they could do. Anthony Davis don't really got nothing like that.
Well, this is the thing with AD, right? I'm gonna say this. He is playing with Lively and Gafford. It's not like they like some magicians down low, but it do put AD back at the four, so he can kind of play like how he wants to. You know what I'm saying?
Which is what he's been doing with LA.
Look, man.
Because
the trade makes no sense to me, fam. I'm trying to make sense of it.
At the end of the day, this sounds like Anthony Davis just doesn't want defensive responsibilities.
Man, listen, dog.
Because it's not like he wasn't getting the ball how he wanted to get the ball or doing what he wanted to do with the ball in LA.
Like, I agree with Barkley. Him complaining about the center position is wild because there is none. That always confused me. But, look, the Mavericks, I will say this. They are built better than they was before with Luka as far as some defense stuff. This is like a defense first style kind of team almost.
Yeah, but who they gonna stop? Who they gonna stop?
What you mean, like?
With who they would have to play in the playoffs in the West? Who they gonna stop?
I mean, it's not gonna be. You're not about to just be having a field day on the Mavericks. Is what I'm saying.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, okay, you put this team together defensively.
Yeah.
Assuming that this means
and your two main stars can't score too. It's not like these dudes can't score. AD can score. Kyrie, we know he can score.
Yeah, but Kyrie is going to have to take the reins on this thing in crunch time. And
I think the problem with Kyrie in the finals, not even because I think the problem with Kyrie in the finals is the fact that, both Luka and Kyrie is ball dominant. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he was trying to, I honestly feel like he was trying to defer.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know why because I think Kyrie got a deeper bag than Luka, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But whatever.
They was you know what I don't like about when for folks saying that and bringing that up?
We're trying to defer.
You was with each other for a full season and change. I don't
Kyrie.
Yeah,
Luka.
Yeah, because remember they got traded to be on the same team 2 years ago.
Okay.
Kyrie got traded over there to be on the same team. That was the time that you were supposed to figure out, okay, what am I supposed to do in these moments, right?
That's the only reason I can give him. I don't know why
I can't give him. I
don't know why he played like that in the finals. I can't tell you. That's the only thing I can think of.
I can't give him that. I can't like I'm sitting here saying to myself, I'm like, look, it's fine to be like he just had a bad finals.
Maybe that's the case, but I'm just saying,
he just had a bad because like he played well, fairly well. I mean, he was inconsistent himself. He was inconsistent that whole playoffs. Playoffs, he was inconsistent. But throughout the whole season, we wasn't hearing no complaining or anything about Kyrie having an issue deferring. So I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that for him.
See, I'm not asking you. I'm just saying, I'm not asking you to buy it. I'm just saying, like, because, I don't know why he had such a dip in the playoffs. I don't know. I really don't know. It was kind of odd seeing that happen because Kyrie usually turn up in the big joints. You know what I'm saying? So I was
Right.
just as surprised as everybody else, man. So I mean, Dallas is built better. They are built better. If you look at it, they are built better as
Well,
far as on some, like,
honestly now, honestly, looking at it now, being that LA got the center that they wanted, and that is just as much as capable as Lively and all of them dudes is. I feel like it's very clear that LA won the trade, even more so than it was before.
Do Dallas got hell to pay when they run into Luka?
Yeah, you best believe that. Luka, look, I look, man, look. I'll tell you this much, and I think AD gonna want to do something too. But I'll say this much: I'll fear Luka more in that game than I'll fear Anthony Davis.
Do you think that game is going to be as big as when Brian returned to Cleveland? Because that was a crazy game. I remember that game.
No,
I watched that. I watched that.
Right, but like it was on some different stuff then. Braun voluntarily left. Right? He voluntarily left. He announced it, everybody. And then like the way those fans took that, it was like we burning jerseys, FUs, and all this other stuff. Like the way
game, you don't think the game gonna be like a playoffs atmosphere when they meet?
Not so. No. It's
Luka
not gonna
returned
be like
to Dallas the first time.
Yeah, but like Luka ain't gonna be getting booed.
Yeah.
Luka ain't gonna be like you see how many people was crying over him not like getting traded. Like they brought the casket out and everything. They were like, I'm sitting here saying to myself, I'm like, look, these fans is hurt. Like, and then like all of those fans that like terminated their season tickets.
Yeah, they got refunds.
Yeah, they got refunds. Like
they lost some money behind that, bro. That's crazy.
Of course, because it's like he's 25 years old. He's 20, and look, that's one thing that I will agree with Shaq on right there is that he's 25 years old. There was better ways that you could have dealt with that if you felt like he was out of shape.
Well, like you said, everybody says about Luka, like even out of shape, Luka better than most of the league. It pretty much
99% of the league. So it's like
the only thing stopped Luka was injuries, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that could have got this the thing because I don't like the mentor talk. I'm not gonna lie. So as far as the whole, Brian could be a mentor. No.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I was about to say I don't know. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
They were saying no. Luka been playing pro ball since he was 14.
Right.
And it showed. Luka's cold. You know what I'm saying? He don't need LeBron to mentor him. At all.
I mean, when they say mentor Luka, they talking about like conditioning with the body and stuff like that. They not talking about basketball.
The only thing Brian can talk to Luka about is that.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's that. And I mean, well, Brian can like.
Is Luka the best player on the Lakers? Right now?
But what I'm saying is Brian can still pass down knowledge to Luka because Luka. He only looks for his shot when he can't. He only looks to pass when he can't get his shot off.
But Luka should be the number one option right now, right?
Yes, he should be.
100%.
He should be.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Luka, listen, as out of shape as people claim he is, and what Luka is cold.
Right. And so what I'm saying is Bron can like on some basketball stuff, Bron can still give him like because I don't know if you've seen that one clip, the first game that Luka sat on the bench.
Yeah, talking about that's what we gonna do.
Yeah, that's what we gonna do, the give and go stuff.
Brian can't down talk Luka.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say down talk, but like if you Luka and you come into a team that has LeBron James on it, you're gonna listen to what he got to say.
You gotta listen to what he's saying.
You gonna hear what he's got to say.
That's Luka's team now.
Look, but and I think Bron knows that, and Bron has no issue passing the reins over to Luka because he's a fan of Luka. He's already expressed that.
Luka is this like since we on this topic, because I said this because Brian gonna be out of here soon. He a year or two, he gone. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he already talking about signing like a 2-year extension now that they got
That's
Luka.
what I said. Year or two, he gone.
Right.
But I will be trying to do if I'm LA, like I said this. People may not agree. I'm starting to see things on Instagram and some people putting Jokic in the Lakers jersey. What I'm saying is this:
Trade LeBron for Jokic.
no, I wouldn't, because that wouldn't happen. LeBron wouldn't go for that.
They wouldn't do
LeBron
that.
wouldn't go for that. But the thing is, I will be getting in Jokic's ear. Look, go talk to your mans. Talk to him. Try, because I will be on some dirty stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Behind the scenes is business. Look, man, they're not trying to get you no help at all. They look what they're doing. They're not. You want to come here to LA? You know what I'm saying? You in LA? This is big for your country. You know what I'm saying? I'll be talking all that. You could play with Luka. Y'all will be the modern day Shaq and Kobe. And can't nobody say they wouldn't be. If Jokic got traded to LA, if he requested a trade and requested to go to LA, they would be the modern day Shaq and Kobe, dog. There's nobody that can stop them two.
Well,
Period.
I mean, on some offensive stuff, that would be true. But the difference is Shaq and Kobe, they was both like first team all defense too. So it's like
they could build a team. They can get some cats to fill in them slots. But come on, man. You mean to tell me that's dog? You don't think that's multiple championships?
Oh,
Jokic
it's definitely.
Jokic and Luka.
It's multiple championships if you give them defensive players around it. Because if look, we've seen this already. If you just try to compile some offensive juggernauts that can't be stopped, and you just let that be that, you're not winning the championship like that. You have to have some dirty work players.
It's gonna take some work to get Jokic to request this. That's why I said it's gonna take a minute. Go talk to him, Luka. Look, go talk to your mans, man. Go talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Okay, talk to him, grease the wheel a little bit. Not an agent. Like, hey, listen, man, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I owe you in the future. I owe you. I'll be greasing the wheel for I'll be trying hard. Look, man, request this trade to come over here. We can make something happen. You know what I'm saying? If he gets, because you don't need a whole lot, you just need a bunch of goons around him. You need a bunch of rough riders around him. At that point, man, the Lakers, they'll win multiple championships with that. That'll be a hard team to mess with.
I mean, I'm not in disagreement with you as far as how deadly they would be offensively.
What is Denver doing for Jokic right now? It seems like
really
they just keep losing people. They don't add, they lose.
Right. It is a disservice to him, but like I said, Jokic is on that foreign energy. Like That's
why I said talk to him. Grease the wheel. You gotta talk to him for some months on a daily basis. Look, man, I understand your loyalty, but you look at you don his jersey, you Wilt Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal, you know what I'm saying? Jerry West, Kobe, now Luka, you know what I mean? Like Magic. Come on, the list goes on. You'll have that trophy, all that. Look, man, the Lakers will be official with them two. Dog.
Yeah. And if they can somehow swing that while LeBron is still playing.
Yeah, I ain't even thinking about him. But if they do get that, dog, if Bron's still there, that would hurt Bron's legacy, though, wouldn't it?
No, it wouldn't hurt his legacy.
You playing with it now? Would they count that ring?
They would count the ring, but it would be one of those rings where they will be like, this is how LeBron goes out. Like he's going to go out better than how Michael Jordan went out. He's going to go out better than how Kobe went out. He going to go out better than every last. Think about it. Matter of fact, that's the perfect story. LeBron's final season, he wins a championship
with Jokic and
Jokic and yeah.
Because I mean, he would probably, in my opinion, he wouldn't average 20 points,
but he wouldn't need to.
He'd average about 12,
18, 15 to 18 points a game.
Yeah.
I mean, and technically, like a lot of that would depend on how well he still moves at that time. If they was to pull off
all that money he put in his body, he gonna move good, Josh.
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like, you know how we can tell a clear difference between LeBron now and LeBron in Cleveland.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about that clear difference? He's still cold. That's the
Right.
crazy part.
Right. Yeah. And so like as he continues to slow down, how much will he slow down in that scenario?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, I just think that, Jokic, if I'm LA, and if y'all want to bring LA back all the way, I will be trying to get to Jokic. Hey, look here, man. This is your man's. They already got chemistry off rip. They're gonna play well. I know they'll play well off each other. They'll play well off each other.
Right.
Jokic and Doncic, you get them two, everything else will work out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You could build. So I mean, that's what I be trying to do. So Kyle Kuzma, we know. I think the Bucks got a little better.
Yeah,
But
they got slightly better, but I don't know if it changes where they fall in the East.
right, we talked. Well, we didn't talk about KJ Martin to the Pistons off. We talked about that off cam. KJ to the Pistons. I think he fits with us. I think he'll fit in pretty well with us.
Right.
He get some burn.
Right. So what is he though? Is he a small forward or is he a power
like a
forward
tweener.
under a very undersized power forward? I mean, because it's not like he can't play that. I mean, Charles Barkley was what, 6'4"?
This is the thing with KJ. When I looked at him in high school, because I followed him, because Kenyon Martin's my favorite power forward. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
when I seen KJ, he played like his dad in high school. But once you get to the league, you gotta switch it up because he don't have his dad's size. So he got Kenyon Martin's athleticism. It's just the fact that he's not as big as him. So he's a 3 technically. So his offensive game is not polished enough. Because as a 3, you gotta being a 3 in the league, you gotta be a Swiss Army knife. You gotta be able to play defense. You gotta have some offense in your bag too. That's the perfect small forward. Small forward, you gotta kind of be able to do everything low key. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, KJ, he's athletic. It's not like he's a super great defender. He's an athletic guy. He's not exactly cold at anything yet, but he can ball though. That's the thing. He just got to master something.
Do you see a world where he masters something? What would that be? If he was to master something, what would it be?
I would say defense. I would say defense because offense is fine, but with him being athletic as he is, I will hone in on defense. Because that is he'd be get a solid jump shot. You know what I'm saying? Because Kemar was talking about he can shoot a little bit, but everybody in this day and age seem to be able to shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lock in on hone in on defense. You athletic already. That's your advantage right there. So if you lock in on some defense and be a hound on defense,
yeah, you need to be like your dad.
That'd be.
You need to be just like your dad. He need to be just like his dad.
If he was a hound on defense at the 3,
he need to be like his dad. He need to be looking at all the clips of his dad because his dad was, for the most part, every matchup he was undersized. So that's almost
official.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, every matchup, Kmart was, for the most part, he was undersized.
Yep. I mean, and he played great defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like Rasheed Wallace, underrated defender. Defender. So Kenyon Martin was that too. I would say if I'm in his ear, look, you got the athleticism. That's fine. You catch lives, all that good stuff. That's cool. But to stay in this league long and keep a job, hone in on your defense. Because that way even if you get moved, a championship team will look at you like, hold on, we can use him. Come on over here. Because you play solid defense. You can guard the best player on the team.
Right. So that's my thing. It's like, okay, so now you got to consider whose minutes is he going to take?
Let's see. Who's our team?
Ausar Thompson?
He got the blood clot issues.
I mean, but he playing now. He playing now, and then they got. Yeah, I know.
Nice, man.
And then they got. I mean,
There's nothing wrong with coming off the bench.
And then they got Ron Hollins over there, which is like
I
he
like
actually has been like all right.
You know, when we talked about Ron Hollins, it wasn't like that, but he actually,
Yeah, all right.
So
I mean, but you know, this is kind of like the perfect role for him, where he doesn't have to come in and try to be the guy. He just
KJ can be that. There's nothing wrong with being a scrappy defender off the bench. You still gonna get minutes. Everybody don't have to start.
right.
You can come in, locking folks up, catching lobs off the bench. He can average about 10 to 12 points off lobs alone. Honestly, and putbacks. Because he's athletic enough.
Well, I mean, but like you want him to get more under his belt than just lobs.
But what I'm saying is, my main focus for him will be defense.
See, like if so, like that clip that I sent you, DeAndre Ayton with that 25-20 game. How much of that clip was DeAndre Ayton just like when he got the rock in that mid range, he was just pulling up? If he just does that,
Ayton, like
I'm not trying to get you on the Ayton talk, but I'm just looking at that and I'm like, that's an example of what he can do.
We've seen some of that with the Suns.
No. I'm not talking about Ayton. I'm talking about for KJ.
Well, yeah, KJ, like he can shoot. I mean, look, you got to have a role in the league. That's the thing. You have to, because everybody, at the end of the day, technically, everybody in the NBA, if you place them any court, they can score and do whatever. They can do everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but in the league, though, you need a role. You know what I'm saying? So I look at KJ, I'm like, okay, you undersized at the 4. I'm not gonna say you undersized at the 3. You're not that big of a guy. You athletic. You could be like a nuisance on defense. And then when your opportunity comes for offense, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But lock in on that defense. What's wrong with being all-team first defense?
There ain't nothing. There ain't never nothing wrong with that. You gonna still be valuable. You gonna get paid. You gonna
right.
I mean, especially with these contracts that these dudes is getting.
Right. So what's Tony Allen, the only person I ever seen scream all-team first defense. What's wrong with being all-team first defense? There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all wrong with that. I mean,
so lock in on that defense, because the thing is, you know, it's not glamorous, but
I mean, look, he'll be a valuable piece. I mean, look, Dennis Rodman was that.
Hall of Fame.
On top of being an elite rebounder.
Hall of Fame. Dennis Rodman gave everybody a headache.
Right. So
there's nothing wrong with honing in on that. So I would look at KJ Martin. Listen, everybody in the league can score, dog.
Right.
Lock in on that because you athletic too. Lock in on
look,
that defense.
This will be my spin to him. I'd be like, look, if you reach the potential that we believe you can reach,
and what's that?
The lockdown defender, the number one guy. I'll be like, look, you look at our competition. The Celtics is the team that just won a championship. Mm-hmm. We want to put you on Tatum. Mm-hmm. New York ain't got nobody. I mean, that would warrant him. I mean, but we could put you on Brunson.
That'd be a problem if he was locked down defense. Brunson couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, we could put you on Brunson. Oh, Cleveland, we could put you on Donovan Mitchell. Mm-hmm. You know, Indiana, Halliburton. Even though he's not like scoring like that, we could put you on Halliburton. Milwaukee, Dame. We could put you on Dame and be like, look, you could Atlanta, Trae Young.
Yep.
That'll be my. I'll give him them 5 names of the players that's in the conference. Be like, look, what you gonna do with them,
bro? You can still get awards. You get Defensive Player of the Year awards. You get all that. As a defender, you get contract. Like you say, you still get paid as a defender. Mm-hmm. Championship teams don't always want you. Always. Mm-hmm. Like, no, we need him.
You're going to be highly sought after.
Yes. So, and you're athletic too. Dog, come on. Stop playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Because if you play in the 3, you have to be a Swiss Army knife anyway.
The thing that the thing that he got working in his favor too is he's still young.
That's what I'm saying.
Because like if you compare him to like a Gary Payton II, Gary Payton, he didn't find his home until he was already like NBA old.
But what did Gary Payton lock in on defense?
Mm-hmm.
Defense. You can't, like, this is the thing with Gary Payton. He like, okay, I can't be and look, Gary, very similar. Gary Payton, athletic, is a mug. You know what I'm saying? Can play defense. Play defense. Lock in on defense. And Gary Payton, scrappy defender. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And that's why I see with Kenyon Martin Jr. And it's not like KJ can't get busy. It's just so many offensive players, you will get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where he needs to definitely like take that, because at the end of the day, he's just gonna be making Cade's job easy.
Exactly.
With this team.
Look,
with this team, he gonna be making Cade's job easy.
Listen, all you're gonna do is get lost in the shuffle trying to score. Look, Cade and all them, look, play defense. And you with Detroit too, dude, look at this as a chance. With this scrappy squad, I'll be in his ear. Defense. I'll be defense. We can throw you some live. Get you some putback dunks, because it's the thing. This is my pitch. Okay, you like to dunk? Cool. We throw you a few lobs here and there, you know what I'm saying? Putback dunks and all that. You still go hit the highlight reel. No? Am I lying, Josh?
No, I'm not saying that, but
throw to him off the glass a few times, he good.
Well, I mean, for him being natural hustle guy, those things will come.
Exactly.
Naturally. So those things will come.
You gonna be on ESPN, fam. Don't worry about all that. You gonna be on ESPN, YouTube. You gonna still be there. But like you said, clamp up Tatum, clamp up Jaylen Brown, clamp up Dame Dollar, Trae Young. You know
that'll be my pitch to him. I'll be like, look, you. I mean, and then look, if he wants another example of that to a degree, I'll use Aaron Gordon as an example. Because I'll be like, look at Aaron Gordon. Athletic dude. Offense never really was his thing, but like he turned into a defensive player. And the little offense that he did have, he was able to contribute to a championship team. While still being able to do the job of playing the defense, rebounding the ball every now and then. I'd be like, okay, look, you can be our version of Aaron Gordon.
That's the key with those athletic guys. It's like those guys who come in playing football, playing basketball. They're athletic, but my biggest headache was those football dudes.
So what you want Asura Thompson to be if that's the sales pitch that you giving to KJ?
Defense too. Man, defense wins.
Right, yeah. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but like
because look, you gotta defend. Everybody want to be on a highlight reel, dog, and that's fine. When them athletic dudes, I feel like athletic dudes, them super athletic dudes, look, man, you already have, you can move laterally, you can be physical with dudes and all that. Defense. We'll throw you some lives, man. We'll throw you a bone. Look, man, on the break here, throw it to him. Go ahead, windmill it. Fast break. Here, throw it to him. Windmill. Here go your ESPN clip. You can show your girl, your mom, because that's what they want.
You're gonna naturally be on that though with the state of the league. You know, everybody's on the Instagram and stuff like that.
But I'm saying they're not big on defense. Nobody want to watch it. That's cool. Look, and then
I don't know. You could make it. You could make it like that. Like you see how Wemby turning down 3-man fast breaks. Like,
yeah, we ain't talking about aliens.
No,
regular people.
But like, how many times you seen a defensive clip where somebody got their junk swatted?
Everybody not 7'5" with you know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is the defensive highlight clips that do exist. Like,
I
how
know,
many
but
times
that's
you see?
because he like a freak though. He like a space jam dude.
I'm not
That's
just.
the only reason.
I'm not just talking about him. Well, I mean, because look,
Ben
there's
Wallace, Ben
look,
Wallace, with his
well,
defensive flips, his
well,
blocks was ridiculous.
right, yeah. Well, I mean, look, I'll show him the clip of Nate Robinson blocking Yao Ming.
Yeah, but do you see those over Ben Wallace blocks?
Right. Well, then, I mean, but like the point that I'm making is that, you know, he can still make the highlight reels on some swats.
They don't care about that. They want windmills. That's what I'm saying. So I know they don't want to hear all that. I'm like, listen, you want a ring?
He'll naturally get it though.
I know, but you got to still pitch it to them though, because they're not going to hear. They think that's going to go away. I'm like, listen, we're going to toss it to you off the glass fast, bro. You think Cade won't throw it to you off the glass? There you go, right there. You know what I'm saying? But lock down my best guy. Lock down the best guy on the other team. That's going to get you minutes right there. That's going to get you a contract. That's going to get you longevity in the league. Ain't that what you want? You want to make this money as long as you can, right?
I mean, look, I don't think the sales pitch is hard for a guy like Kenyon Martin, because this is his third team in the league.
Did he get drafted to the Rockets?
I thought he was on Philly.
He got traded to Philly, I think. I could have sworn he got drafted to Rockets. Whatever.
But
I could have that mixed up. But either way it goes, Kenyon Martin was very upset about that, it looked like. He's like, but I feel him though, because he's tight with his. Look, I remember the clip where his son had like dislocated his finger. Instead of running to the staff, he ran to his pops. You know what I'm saying? On the game, and Kenyon looking like, "What should we do?" You know what I'm saying? Pop it back in place. So they got a close relationship, dog. So right. I can see him being upset because he know his son is good. KJ not trash, bro.
No, he ain't trash.
He can ball.
I'm just saying, like.
But he said the politics. You see what he said? The politics, the business, getting in the way of things. He's the one to hoop. If he get a chance to show where he can hoop, he'll be fine. And I hope Detroit is the place. That's
the thing that I think upset Kenyon Martin out of that, if anything, is that he see his son going down that rabbit hole of the politics of the game.
Yeah, it's all politics. Is KJ can ball. He's like he plays like his dad with a little more. It's like he's small. It's like he plays similar to his pops. He's not as big. He can shoot better than his dad, right? But KJ can ball. If he I see Kenyon's frustrating because like he can ball. I can see his frustration.
But this ain't the first time players that, I mean, the thing is, Kenyon, like, he didn't have no juice in the league. Because
he don't
because like part of the thing with him was, like, as good as he was a headache behind the closed doors too with David Stern. So it's like, you know, it's like, you know, we ain't gonna give you no ring at all. Where it's like,
yeah, but he better than Bronny, bro. KJ. I mean, we ain't playing these games.
I ain't saying.
Whenever you got highlights, he made his first 3. That's ridiculous. But whatever though, you know what I'm saying? That's some BS, man. I've been trying my best not to make a video going crazy. I've been trying my best. I've been trying.
But you know, part of this is being with LA. You know,
I don't know. F all of that. That's because it's Bron's son. Bronny not good, bro. It is what it is. We're not gonna play these games. The dude is not good in NBA form. We're not playing these games. It's that simple. So we're gonna go ahead and go down some more. Caleb Martin.
Yeah.
Caleb Martin to the Mavs. What you think about that?
I mean, they needed another depth player, I guess. I mean, this is the same guy when we was looking at him on the Heat. You was like, if you just focus on him, you lock him up real quick.
Yeah, he drove me insane. But you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, Caleb Martin, I mean, he cool, but I said, like you said, more depth. The Mavs, they got. It's like they try. It's like my man's trying to make up for losing. You can't make up for losing Doncic.
You can't. You can't make up for this. Like
you gonna get fired in 2 years.
he might get fired after this year. Like let them get knocked out first round. Not even that second round, because if
it's championship or bust, dude.
Yeah, like
y'all was in the finals last year.
Especially if it looks like they having a hard time scoring the rock.
It's gonna be struggles because the only two for real offensive threats you got is Kyrie and AD. That's it.
And see, the thing is, Anthony Davis, he gonna have to stick. Like he may not have the primary defensive responsibilities of covering these dudes anymore, but he gonna need to outperform Jokic. He gonna need to outperform Sengun.
I don't. He gonna
need to outperform whatever Oklahoma City gets out of Chet Holmgren.
Like you said, he don't like to show up to work sometimes.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like
he can't afford to be inconsistent because he ain't got no Brian with him. I love Kyrie, but
I think he can afford it a little bit more now, because what I mean by that is the pressure is not the same playing in Dallas that it is in LA.
Dude, they traded Luka. They don't got pressure?
No, I'm not saying that the organization doesn't have pressure. Oh. Anthony Davis doesn't have the pressure. Anthony Davis doesn't have pressure. Anthony Davis can have a good stat sheet game, but a terrible eye looking at the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they got more depth, but it's just Luka is a special talent, and that's just what it is.
Right.
So we see Fox to the Spurs, Kingsland, Levine.
Man, Fox was smiling like I don't know what during the first shoot around.
He said he wanted to go there, so I mean, he got what he wanted.
Right, but when I was looking at him in shoot around, he was ear to ear, cheesing.
Is the Spurs a playoff or play in?
Where they at right now? Because they got enough time to turn around whatever they is.
They not even in the play-in right now. They above Portland, and
so they 2 games behind Phoenix for the 10th spot.
Mm-hmm.
They can make that up. They can make that up. They technically with this move, they can, all it takes is just getting on the winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
And they can be as high as, looking at this, they can catch the Clippers.
Dang.
Because when you look at their roster, okay, I'm looking at this right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at what's in front of them, because Sacramento is going to drop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're going to drop, all right? Phoenix, they traded away Yusef, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who scares you more, San Antonio or Phoenix?
San Antonio.
All right.
Personally, for me at least.
Personally, all right. Who scares you more, San Antonio or Minnesota?
Ant Cole, man. Ant Cole.
But can Ant single-handedly outduel Fox? And because we know Julius Randle's over there messing up everything.
They still
got Rudy Gobert.
All in all, they still like a little bit like one game behind the Clippers. All in all.
They a half game behind the Clippers, but San Antonio, without De'Aaron Fox, they only 4 games behind them, or 3.5. I guess the real question is who plays better basketball, because now with the talent acquisition, who plays better basketball, San Antonio or Minnesota?
Well, it had to be San Antonio plays better.
Right, because they got Chris Paul over there.
Chris Paul, he was loving that playing
Yeah,
with
Chris
Fox. He was
Paul,
loving
De'Aaron
that. He was
Fox.
oh man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm looking at this. They can get as
But they
high as 6.
small. They small in the backcourt too, though. Like the Cavs, they small back
Right.
there.
But like when you look at the teams that's in front of them, is that something that they need to be overly concerned about?
And then with let's be honest with Wemby, we seen what Giannis was doing to him. All you gotta do is get physical with him.
The good thing is the good thing for him is there's only one Giannis.
All you gotta do is get physical with this dude. That's all you gotta do, man. All that length means nothing when you get into his chest. All is this the thing? Listen, let me tell y'all something, NBA. Getting this dude's chest, getting his bird chest. He can't do nothing.
Let me see something because I pulled up the depth charts. I had pulled up the depth charts for this.
All y'all gotta do, big guys, when Giannis is on you, take him down low, put that shoulder in the chest. It's over.
Right,
it's over.
But you got to have somebody that can do that, though.
That's all you got to do.
You got to have somebody that can do that. Yeah, Giannis was having his way with him.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's
like
busy on him. I'm like, man, he took that matchup personal. You know what I'm saying?
Looking at their roster, they ain't really got much of nothing else. San Antonio.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, San Antonio,
they got some young players that maybe can develop into something down the road, but like
you gotta listen, you can neutralize Wemby as I guess alien as he is, and that's with blocking shots in his length, man, you could take it to him on the offensive end, dog.
Yeah.
Get physical with him. That's all you gotta do. That's the recipe. That's the kryptonite to Superman. Get physical with him. There's nothing else he can do. Because he's too skinny.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I mean, like this is kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, we know how to stop him, but do we have somebody that can do it? Or we know how to neutralize him. Do we have somebody that can do it? Because Giannis' game has always been, I'm a roar through you. That's always been his game.
Wemby couldn't do nothing with him.
Yeah.
At all.
But Wemby ain't going to have to worry about him. He only plays against him, twice a year? Something like that?
Mark Williams could put the clamps on him low key.
For real. He can. With a guy like Wemby, it won't be clamps. It'll be limiting what he does. Like you'll make Wemby want to be out there on the 3-point line all game long.
He shouldn't listen. Any real point guard, he wouldn't be able to put the ball on the floor.
Well, I mean, look, out there in that world, on them edges, or not on the perimeter, all it's going to take is Wemby getting the ISO with whoever the big is on defense, and then drawing the double team, and he has to just see it and pass it to the right person. Now, Dallas might be able to do something with that because that'll be Anthony Davis's assignment. It should be, at least.
Dallas shouldn't lose to the Spurs in no capacity.
You're right.
There's no reason. Y'all got too much depth.
Right.
Y'all should be in the Western Conference Finals minimum.
I don't know. It depends on what their path would be to get there for me, because I need to see things kind of like
the Thunder haven't proven they can win yet. To me, they're like a regular season team. Shea need more help. He need another scorer with him or something. I mean, because he can't be the only dude that's like, a threat on the offensive end.
Well, they supposed to have all the faith in this Jalen Williams dude. I'm just saying that's what they.
He a role player.
And then when Chet comes back, whatever he gives, whatever he brings to the table.
Chet is overrated.
I mean, Chet is a worse version than Wemby.
He overrated, man. He just a tall guy. He not better than Porzingis.
No, that's a strong fact.
I'm saying like Chris
That's a strong
nice,
fact.
you know what I mean? Like so, Chet just some tall dudes.
And
like, you know
now it's like for him to start off his career on some injury stuff.
Them tall dudes, that's the thing. Them tall dudes, for one, is abnormal to be that tall and long like that. So
Well,
I mean you're gonna have problems regardless.
He need to like go to like Wemby's training camp or something like that and do what he does.
Yeah. Yeah, but Wemby is one of those rare cases. That's the thing. So if you look at Wemby, he's very flexible and all that. You do yoga and all that stuff. I don't see the other big dudes doing that. They seem stiff. Wemby seem a little loose. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I don't care about how much yoga you do, brother. You need to lift some weights. You know what I'm saying? Because all you got to do is put him in the paint. He's done for.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, who's going to do that to him in this league outside of Giannis and Jokic? I mean, because at this point in time, like, I think San Antonio's going to come to the realization like they're going to need to pair him with another big.
Who, Wemby?
Yeah. They like that's why I like for them to get De'Aaron Fox, that was huge. That was huge. And still have Chris Paul.
Don't feel like that move is like
that's huge. That's huge because De'Aaron Fox is still young enough to where him and Wemby can grow together.
But the argument was Fox haven't been out the first round.
Well, no, he hasn't. Their chance to get out the first round was the year I think that Mike Brown won the Coach of the Year and they lost to the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
That was their chance when Draymond Green stepped on Sabonis.
So do people look at Fox? I don't mean like skill wise on some T-Mac stuff.
Nah, not yet. He ain't been in the game long enough. Like he's not too much older than Luka. And so I mean he ain't been in the game long enough. He ain't been in the game long enough. I think he needs to I mean, because part of the reason why Sacramento wasn't that team last year is because of injuries to key players.
And Mike Brown still got fired.
He got fired this year, not last year. So
doesn't matter. Still fired.
I'm never saying that I'm in agreement with this.
So I mean, look, Fox, I mean, if you look at like the sports show, some say it's a good move, some say it's like, You know what I mean? Some say Fox wanted to go back there because that's where he's from.
I thought he was from Houston.
Just being from Texas, period, I guess.
Yeah, but like being in Houston and being in San Antonio. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's clear why he wanted the Spurs. Wemby's the reason why he wanted the Spurs.
Do you think you can win a championship with Wemby? Do you think so?
I think you can win a championship with any player if you got the right stuff around him.
This politically correct answer you just gave me, man.
Well, I mean, just look at the championships that have been won in the past and how different their personalities are.
I'm asking with Wemby, do you think so? You feel like you can win a championship with him?
Not right now, but like somewhere down the line, I feel like you can potentially do it because if he's having this kind of an impact on the NBA, second year in the league,
media is a powerful thing. So
I'm not talking about media. I'm talking about on the floor. Dudes outside of Giannis, dudes scared of this guy.
Once you get over that fear, like Giannis did, do you see what happens?
Well, Giannis, I don't know if it was that with Giannis. I think it was just, this is who I am. This is who because be real, Giannis does that to everybody.
So let me ask you this: do you feel like the Spurs with Fox and Wemby be the number one guy, Fox number two guy, can they win a championship like that? Can you see them getting through the West, hosting the trophy at the end of the year?
My answer to that is going to be this: if Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can win one, why can't they?
Why you dissed him like that? Why you diss
because
him like that?
no, because both of these players. So we already know the gripe against Tatum, and we know Jaylen Brown can't go left.
Yeah.
All right. Wemby is already more impactful than both of them. He's already more impactful than both of them on the game. De'Aaron Fox, he shows up to play in big games. It's just when they had their chance, that was their first time being there in a while. That was their first playoff experience. So he got some experience against Steph Curry and the Warriors. We'll see what his legacy beholds, but having Chris Paul right there should do some wonders for him. And then being coached by Greg Popovich should do wonders for him too. Because I mean, I'm sure that they don't allow it now. But if they allow Greg Popovich to coach De'Aaron Fox like how he coached Tony Parker and all of them, I'm sure we would get a really good version of De'Aaron Fox, which is like we already got a really good version of him, but it's just another tier to that.
Personally, Fox to me is nice. Personally,
he's just not the defensive player that Jaylen Brown is. But Jaylen Brown ain't the offensive player that De'Aaron Fox is.
Right. I mean, I have a hard time seeing the Spurs getting through playoffs, winning the title. I just have a hard time seeing it.
Well, right now, as it stands, I don't think they can beat Houston in the series. I don't think they can beat Denver in the series. I don't think they can beat Oklahoma in the series. I don't think they can beat Memphis in the series because that's another team that you're going to have to watch out for when they big man starts to when ED's.
People be like, oh, Wemby. I'm like, there's a lot of flaws in Wemby's game.
Which is like he's still a young player. And what all the flaws that you see, I can almost guarantee Popovich can see them flaws too.
But this is the thing. Once he actually put weight on him, he's not going to be able to do some of the stuff he was doing. So he's going to have to alter his game.
Well, I don't know. It's going to depend on like how he puts on the weight, because if he puts on that muscle stuff, a lot of times muscle can be more explosive.
Yeah, you lose flexibility too. And he's flexible. That's the big thing he promotes. He shows all that. But once you get that muscle, that flexibility leaves. So,
I mean, what does that mean? You just take the ball out of his hands, you don't let him dribble that much?
He shouldn't be dribbling that much, especially with Fox. There's no reason.
Yeah, well, now
get down low. Get down low immediately, ASAP. You should not even be in this perimeter. Get down low. You 7'5". Get down low. And you got Chris Paul and Fox. Why are you even thinking about bringing up the court? Why are you dribbling?
My thing is, so remember how Edie was getting pushed out the paint in the college?
Edie, that's not happening to Edie now.
No, I'm just bringing this up as an example.
Yeah.
With Wemby the way he is now, I can see him getting did like how Edie was getting did in college.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to look. I will put Wimby on a cold weight program, and it'll be a lot
Well,
of
see, the
core
thing
stuff.
is, the thing is with my thought with Wimby, it's not like he won't be able to get down there at all. Like he'll be able to get down there deep enough to where you can just dump it down to him. He can shoot over whoever's there because he's taller than everybody in the league already.
Look.
So all he got to do, catch it, triple threat. Oh, I can't see my defender's head.
But we know he's not nasty like that.
That's that foreign energy.
If you was nasty like that, I wouldn't have no problem saying the Spurs win championship. But you don't got it like that.
Like he already can shoot really well. Like I'll be looking at him. He was like, look, there was this dude that used to play called Dirt and Whiskey. He had one of the coldest fadeaways ever.
But you know what? What was the key to Dirk's fade? That knee.
Right.
You couldn't block it. You running straight into a knee.
Right.
Yeah, that's all you could do.
And Wemby, I don't even think he needs the knee. Like he's already way taller than everybody.
Look.
Does he even need the knee?
Wemby not physical enough.
I'm not saying you're wrong there.
And that's the bottom line. So Wemby is not nasty enough. See,
he's really still a nice kid type of stuff.
You got to be nasty with it. You got to be nasty with it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think all the champions had like a nastiness to them. If you look at the champions in this league, the Pistons, if we even go to 04 Pistons, they wasn't nothing to play with. Nastiness. You look at Shaq. You see how Shaq, you can't even reason with this dude on TV. So imagine how he was when he was playing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Imagine that. You couldn't reason with this dude ever. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, look, but he had a nastiness to him. It's a consequence to come with it. Hakeem Olajuwon, those guys. You think you reason with them? KG, you see how nutty he is. Imagine when he was in his prime. Like, I don't see any of that in Wemby. Am I tripping?
No, but do you see it in Jokic?
No, Jokic, he wants to win.
Right, but do we got nastiness in him?
You can see it when he plays, bro. Did you see when he was about to fight Devin Booker? That dude looked like possessed. He wasn't playing, dog.
You mean
no, when him and Booker was getting it, man, they couldn't hold Jokic back. He was looking like the Terminator walking the Booker back then. Jokic got nastiness to him. Jokic ain't nothing to play with, brother.
All right, so I mean, I do agree to a certain context that he don't got the nastiness in him and whatnot.
You need that for a win, for a championship. You got to be kind of like sickly possessed with trying to win to get you through there.
Something like that. I mean, he definitely. I say.
All right, look at this. Tim Duncan. People say, "Oh, call out Tim Duncan if you want to." Tim Duncan wasn't nothing to play with, bro.
Yeah, I know. Tim Duncan, he didn't feed into trash talk. He just let his game do the talking.
He did it another way, cooked you, and he did say stuff to you. See, this is the thing. He'll say stuff to you. Did you remember?
Right? Yeah, that
he'll say stuff to you.
Nice try.
Like, it's not like all them dudes. Listen, all them dudes wildly competitive, maybe different. Even Kawhi, when he won, Kawhi, you can see the killer instinct in Kawhi. He may not say nothing. I don't see killer instinct in Wemby. Yeah. If you see it, tell me.
I don't see it in him. I mean, I was kind of shocked for the first time the other night. It was somebody that he had got frustrated with, that he tried to show some anger with. I forgot who it was the other night, but like he got frustrated and he showed a little bit of anger. It was more so anger of, I'm tired of you doing this to me, more so.
You weigh 2 pounds. I mean, what you mean?
I mean, but like he showed it. So I mean, because right now Wemby still looks like the new kid. Like he gives off like just a nice guy. You
Is he
know,
not?
he is.
Exactly. He not from these American trenches. So it's the thing. All the champions, all I'm saying to the people, all the champions, you look at Jordan, possessor winning, and he has a crazy streak of not, even Allen Iverson, very competitive.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You look at T-Mac.
Wemby, well, that's what I'm
All
saying.
these
Like
dudes.
a lot of these guys, a lot of the foreign guys, they give off the energy like they just happy to play basketball.
But
Now,
Giannis, he got some now Giannis.
Giannis, well, Luca too. You
Luka
seen
ain't nothing
him.
to play with. That dude, you call him out. He remember we was watching stuff at the crib. It's like, dog, I can't believe he doing this.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe it's like you can't even stop this guy. So it's like you just gotta have it in you. I don't even think it's a foreign thing. You gotta have it in you. And so everybody not built like that. You know what I'm saying? Luka's built like that. Giannis is built like that. Uh, 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 who else in the league that's built like that? Who like you talk crazy to him? It's like, okay, all right, ain't nothing you can do to stop me now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in this league, it's like it's a dime a dozen.
Yeah, exactly. But even back then, it was like that though. Like people look at Kobe. This dude was possessed with winning. Possessed with it.
Yeah, I say, look, he needs. That's where maybe that veteran in the locker room for him would benefit him because I could see Chris Paul in there being like,
What's
dog,
Chris
like
Paul possessed
you
with?
too, like he like, look, dog, like you too nice, like you need to stop being like.
Do you think Kobe and Chris Paul would have won a championship?
Absolutely, 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 they would have definitely won. Absolutely, absolutely, because Kobe already knows to get to his spots. Mm-hmm. He already knows how to get to his spots.
He ain't got to talk to Chris Paul about getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Chris Paul mainly gonna be there to maximize the other three dudes on the floor while giving you his 20.
Yeah, that's that right there. So let's get more to. So we already know Anthony Davis trades to the Mavs. We talked about them. PJ Tucker traded from the Clippers to Jazz. That's buyout material.
Yeah, well, first of all, PJ Tucker, he shouldn't even be in the league anymore.
Overseas, I don't think he'd do much overseas.
No, that happened a long time ago. That Nick Richards.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah, that happened a long time ago.
Dorian
Finney-Smith. That
happened
recently, that was actually a good pickup too. And the fact that they got him paired back with his man's Luka, that means they already got chemistry, so they already good.
Well, that's all the moves. Dorian Finney, we know.
Yeah, that's all the moves.
All right, so I mean that's a trade that this is the most I've seen ever. I'm saying, to be honest,
that Luka Doncic stuff shook up the world.
Well, that gave everybody the balls to move people. Not to say nothing crazy, but I'm just saying. Once that happened, we can move. Okay, cool. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Once the Mavs, like, yeah.
And bro, right. I seen so many memes funny against this dude. They was like, yo, when you got Jerry Jones as your competition, as your worst GM, and then this dude comes in, he was like, hold my beer or something. And it's
like
in
Dallas. That is right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They
Dallas.
They got something because they always say Jerry Jones is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know that more about me because I don't, you know.
But my thing is now you got somebody that, like, it's got to be tough to be a Dallas fan. It's got to be tough to be a Dallas fan right now. A Dallas anything fan right now. You pissed.
Do you feel like Jerry Jones is a bad owner or GM, whatever you want to call him?
Yes, he's in the way. He's a good owner. He's a good owner. But as a general manager, he in the way. He in the way.
He said he's not retiring until he's dead. I know you've seen that, bro.
He said some very disrespectful comments about the coaches.
Hold on. I ain't hear about that.
And not like single-handedly picking out an individual coach, just coaching as a whole. He has said something about, I could have been a coach, but then I thought about the money that he was like he had said something to the nature. He was like, yeah. Then I thought about how much money, or I seen how much money coaches make and what kind of cars they drive, and I'm like, yeah, I want to go up from there.
When he say this, when did he say
it was
this?
a very recent interview. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send it to you because
I didn't hear about this.
I just sent it. I just sent it to I just sent it to, okay, so here it is. I'm gonna send it to you right now. It was them talking about and they, because it was during his it was during his press conference for the new coaching hire, Brian Schottenheimer. So they interviewing they introducing the new head coach. And he say these comments while sitting right next to the new head coach.
Oh my gosh, dog!
Like Jerry Jones' problem has always been he's in the way. He just stays in the way. And look, after that, it's gonna make you want to see the whole press conference because you're gonna want to be like, what else did this dude say?
I'm about to play this right now. Actually, hold on.
Cowboys have introduced their latest head coach. They dropped it in the middle of the.
What you think about the coach, though?
So, the coach.
Let me tell you this. Now,
I'll say this: I liked his dad.
Research department.
His dad was a dope motivational speaker. Like he can, like you talking about somebody that can rally the troops. That was his dad.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah, he could rally the troops.
Coaching vacancies. They mentioned the Titans.
Where did he say this?
They're going to go to one of the clips.
Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Jerry Jones, he do be saying some stupid stuff. I'm not even gonna lie, man.
Right.
Fact, I want to be a coach.
Jerry Jones, old Joe Biden, but
I want to live better than I thought coaches live.
Oh my gosh.
Flying an airplane.
Oh.
What I'm paying them now, I'd have been a damn coach.
Dang.
Right next to the new hire as the head coach. Right next. He just sitting there saying that. Right there.
What's wrong with this dude, man?
Right there. I thought that was so disrespectful.
And not have, if you didn't and hadn't ever communicated or had a visit, I wouldn't dare have had an interview unless I talked to him.
Yo, what's wrong with this cat, man? Like, nah, man.
Yeah, that's just that.
Jerry Jones is crazy, dog.
Yeah, that's on some like can you imagine being the new head coach and they having the introductory press conference and he say that right there?
How would you feel if you the coach, Josh?
Oh, I'm almost tempted to be like, oh, really? Well, go find you another head coach then.
Jerry Jones is nuts, man. Like, look, he always said but you know what I heard though? Now I'm gonna ask you this. I heard he got an issue with, was it Roger Goodell?
I wouldn't. That's not far-fetched from being.
They got issues, hence to why Dallas never. You know what I'm saying? Hence to why Dallas never be getting out the first round.
I mean,
would you believe that, or is that a reach? I mean, that's what I heard. Would you believe that Robert Goodell be sitting there making them referees like, hey, man?
No, because if anything, with all the fans in the world, not just the country, all the fans in the world that are Cowboys fans, that's bad business to not have them win. Because think about how much money the NFL could make just by having Dallas make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. The last time I remember Dallas being Super Bowl was when they was facing the Buffalo Bills. What was it, like 2 years in a row? Or was it 3?
That was like mid-90s.
Yeah, I was back in there. I remember they was did they go back to back or was it 3? They didn't win them, but I think Buffalo, they're facing Buffalo Bills.
Well, Buffalo, they made it to the Super Bowl 4 times and they lost all 4 of them joints.
Also,
imagine being one of them with Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas is official though,
right? But like they I mean, I look.
Is Saquon Barkley better than Thurman Thomas? I gotta ask
you. In my opinion, yeah.
All right. Just wondering.
I mean, when you think about their individual abilities, yeah. If Saquon Barkley is getting compared to Barry Sanders, if he's being compared to Barry Sanders, he's automatically better than him.
Wasn't Barry Thurman Thomas backup in college?
Yeah.
All right.
But you know what happens with that though. You know what I'm saying? Because like sometimes politics with college get in the way.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we want him to start because he's a senior.
Right.
Even though you better than him, we want him to start because he's a senior.
Yeah.
And then whatever he does, we don't want you to beat his legacy, kind of stuff. You know, sometimes they be on that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they be on that. Think about, because Cam Newton was the backup Tim Tebow.
Was he?
Yeah.
He was in Florida?
He started off at Florida, and then something happened. I forgot what it was, but he ended up getting kicked out, and he played for like a Division II school, and then after that, he transferred to Auburn, won national championship.
I didn't know his career was like that. I'm like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
He was from Florida?
Yeah, because Tim Tebow wouldn't have been starting over me. I would have been having all kind of, I would have been raising all kind of hell.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, it is. Well, that's the trade deadline show, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be up in the morning. I'm gonna
trade deadline.
I'm put the actual podcast up this weekend.
And then we didn't even touch on the All-Star game. I shared that format. I feel like because it's about to happen, we need to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I don't know if you want to do that until we got all 4. Because we all fans of it. Of the game at least, but not the All-Star weekend so much.
You want to do it after the All-Star weekend? Are you watching the All-Star weekend? That's the question.
Nah, I'm not even wasting my time.
What if it's like the greatest dunk contest ever, though?
It's not. We already know it's not.
What if they come through, though? What if they come through with it?
Do you even know the contestants?
I don't know who these dudes is.
Exactly.
Lie, you know what I mean?
Exactly. You know, like now, like if they was to bring some dudes off the street to compete with them.
You know, we said that, but Stephen A. Smith was talking to Shannon talking about if we got 10 dudes across the world and gave them $1 million pot. Would you be cool with that?
Yeah.
That'd be probably the illest dunk contest in the world, though. They be them street dudes be doing some stuff. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, because they practice that. Like that's what they practice. That's what they practice. Like that's why Matt McClung is in the league. Well, in it.
Matt
in the the white dude.
Yeah, I know. The thing, Matt McClung, he actually could hoop though. He actually can hoop. He
hasn't earned no minutes anywhere he's went.
No, he be getting busy in the G League though. You know what I'm saying? He be getting off, but it's like I think his size, because once you start going against the elites, his size plays against him.
Not everybody can be Allen Iverson.
Well, we all know that. You know what I'm saying? Allen Iverson was one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? AI is AI, but AI was different. You know what I'm saying?
Way
AI was
different.
different. You look at AI,
Really different.
people forget until you look at AI. AI was nice.
Completely different.
AI was nice. So I give AI his props. But Mac McClung, I mean, he can ball. You know what I'm saying? It's just, he's not really, what is he good at? Honestly.
That's my question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's good. You know what I'm saying? He is, but I mean, what is he good? He can ball, but what is he good at in the it's a difference between you being at the ball, but what are you good at in the NBA?
That's my question.
Because you have to have a role in the NBA. That's one thing that I was always told growing up. You have to master something to play on the next level. Everybody can ball in the NBA. That's not a question. 12th man on the bench cooking folks. You know what I'm saying? But are you a master at something? And that's the point of Kenyon Martin or KJ. We need you. Okay, we know you can. If on any given day you can score, everybody can score. But can you play defense? Because Dennis Rodman, when he played ABA, he was getting buckets, shooting fadeaways and all that. You know what I'm saying? Dennis Rodman can score. You throw Dennis Rodman on the court, he getting busy in the streets. But in the NBA, what is your role in the NBA? You know what I mean?
I mean, look, Mac McClung. I bet he's gonna win the dunk contest.
He's not in it again, is he?
Yeah, he's in it again.
I thought it was 4 different dudes.
They put Mac McClung back in it.
Did you see Vince say he could beat Zach LaVine in the dunk contest right now?
Oh, I ain't see that.
So look that up.
Vince Carter?
Said he could beat Zach LaVine, dog.
That's cool.
Do you believe that?
I don't think he got it. I don't think he got the springs anymore.
Let me ask you a question. If there was a dunk contest, if Vince said, I'm about to enter the dunk contest.
I'm not about to watch this man like
Would you watch Vince hit you with a couple 360?
I would. I mean, like that's almost like watching Mike Tyson fight the Jake Paul. Like you
mean to tell me you won't peek at it, Josh? You gonna peek at it, bro? Stop playing.
I'm a peek at it, but it's like
you gonna look like, hold on, let me see this.
It's gonna be like, yo, man, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You don't need to do this. Like we already know who you is.
I mean, do you think Vince could have beat Zach LaVine in that contest?
Oh yeah, that most definitely.
Really? Are you really?
Most definitely.
Zach wasn't cold?
I'm not saying Zach ain't cold, but all his dunks look the same.
The Vince's didn't?
No. That 360 windmill was way different than putting that elbow in the rim. It was way different than his style of doing that between the legs. And almost dunking from the free throw line with 2 hands.
James White literally dunked from the free throw line with 2 hands, though. Okay,
but he didn't do it in the dunk contest.
Yes, he did.
In the NBA?
Yes. They was playing my dog. Listen, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was playing my dog James White, man, because nobody knew who he was. See, let me give y'all a history lesson, people. I had a Kobe DVD in high school. I traded it with this DVD called Ball Above Ball, which I still have. James White can dunk from the free throw line, 2 hands, literally moving the ball around the end. He can go from the free throw line between the legs. What messed him up was he missed like the first dunk. That was the problem. The thing
that's the issue.
When he was for the Knicks with Carmelo, and they pretty much like, yo, getting the dunk. They pretty much was a campaign for him to get a dunk contest. But his dunks was cool. Even Kenny Smith was like, yo, he was kind of from. He was
Kenny Smith, he always going to be trying to big up New York dudes.
Hold on. Hold on. Forget all that. I'm about to say this right now. Nope.
It's a little, well, I've seen the clips of James White.
Oh, so you've seen
but
the James White NBA dunk contest?
yeah, I seen that, and I seen him flop.
Yeah, but he did go for the free throw line with two hands though.
Not look, not everybody can perform with them lights.
But he went between he went two hands free throw line, and it wasn't trash. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just saying, know what I mean? So I mean,
Look. I'm not hating on it at all, but like when you get into the NBA, ain't nobody trying to see you have to like retry dunks. Like Vince Carter, all his junk was first attempt.
When you look back
First
at them
attempt.
when you look back at them dunks now, are your jaws dropping?
In comparison to what Aaron Gordon did, no.
So
Aaron Gordon,
he loses to Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon, when you compare, because it's the evolution of the dunk contest. Vince Carter brought out brand new stuff then. Aaron Gordon.
Are you sure about that? Was and dudes not dunking with their arm in the rim before that?
In the NBA.
Was it news because Vince did it? Or he took it from N1?
In the NBA. In the NBA.
Oh, wait. Now, mind you, half man, half amazing. I listened to the interview with half man, half amazing. You should know who that is.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Half man, half amazing said his wife walked up on Vince because half man, half amazing had that nickname first.
I'm sure.
The NBA constantly took stuff from the street. Constantly. You know what I'm saying?
They always have.
So
ain't nobody called nobody hot sauce yet, though, so I ain't tripping.
I'm just saying. So, I mean, Vince, did he not get inspiration from the streets?
Of course he did. A whole lot of them dudes do. I mean, look, think about it. The handle, the crossover handle, that's all inspired by what dudes doing on the street.
Who's the logo at N1? Skip to my Lou.
Yeah.
Skip to my Lou was about to get in a fight with who's my man's? From the Lakers, was it Vucevic? What was that white dude name? The point guard?
Steve Blake?
No, it wasn't Steve Blake. It was the other dude with the long hair. You know what I'm saying? Man, he was hitting him with some N1 stuff like towards the end of the game, and he grabbed him about to fight him because of that. Know what I'm saying? He went skip to my Lou on him in mid-game when he was for the Rockets.
Right, I remember the game.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, the NBA, Vince Carter even played in an N1 game. I know you remember that.
A lot of the dudes played it. I mean, I remember Mike James played in the N1 game.
Is he nice like that?
Mike James?
Yes.
No.
All right. Did he just blend in? Like, I mean, did he do anything special in the N1?
He did some real NBA stuff.
Exactly. Basics. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Even Kobe was doing the basics. I mean, but he was able to get to you. Like, see, the difference between, like, a Kobe and a Mike James, Kobe gonna hit you with, like, you know what I mean? Like, his fundamentals so down packed, you know what I mean? Like, he gonna kill you just on some, you know what I mean? Mike James,
I hear what you're saying.
At least Vince giving you windmills and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mike James is like, we appreciate your participation. You know, you get the participation award because there's nothing else that you brought here. Like, we could have did this without you.
I'm just saying, I didn't even know he played in the N1 game.
Yeah,
I knew that, dog.
I think I got it on the DVD when Shaq was in attendance. Was Shaq in attendance at that game?
I got all five. Well, I got 5 volumes.
Well, no, I got the actual, like, the episodes of the season when they was like,
you talking about they airing them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I got. I got a couple of N1 mixtapes too. but like I got that too as
You know
well.
what's crazy? I went to a thrift shop and I found all of them in like some. It was all of them in a bundle, and I only got it for like $10.
Yeah, that's a steal.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess we can end this here. I guess you know what I'm saying since folks are different.
All
I mean, but no, this gonna be up in the morning though.
right, then.
So I mean, this was the trade deadline special episode. I'm gonna have the actual episode that we did as a group in the morning. No, not in the morning, but this weekend. I found a way to edit some things, so now I'm able to actually extract the backgrounds. So for your J sideline, you can tell me who you want, and I can actually I can eliminate the backgrounds from the play. So if you want certain players to focus on your cover, I can eliminate the backgrounds, stuff like that, and then you know what I mean.
Okay.
You'll see it when I put up this morning.
Okay.
So just let me know who you want. Like if you focus on a certain player or a team, whatever the case is, I can take out the background and post it up in the artwork. So it could just be like, you know what I'm saying, J sideline, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
But that'll conclude this. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Folks that get up for work in the morning and all that.
For real.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
make sure you like, subscribe, share the content.
Yep.
We appreciate it. Peace.
Peace.
Welcome to FNS Network. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share the content. Can I rap real quick? Can I rap? On the path to being the best power in the airwaves, changing the way we break it down the game. Wide body on the highway, we not in one lane, no nonsense. Logic with every topic. The talk too real, the party we not invited. Want the truth? FNS subscribe to it. The death shows, who's play and ride to it. The voice is more important than the image. Feel every word spoken, no need for camera tricks. We on the grind, freeze corner with Jay sideline. DBP next in line. Don't gotta feel he didn't know when you're fired. We in it for the long haul, the fatigue's off. We don't get tired. Nah, we don't get tired. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. FNS Network, we here to stay.